Hello everyone and welcome to another Meme Stock Meltdown stream. Hope everyone's week's going well. I'm so tired of listening to the delusions of other people, but I also can't stop because it's a special interest of mine, so I guess I'm just kind of stuck. Anyway, so let's see what's going on in chat. Hello everyone. Hey Nemesaur, how's it going? Phoenix2250, Feistiest Bard, Crazy Jersey Lady, Zy Tam, what's up? Zolit Lionheart, Rachiology, Medicated Person, thanks for a 10-stream streak. There is a hydrate command, which I'll do. Hey Just a Peach, what's up? And hello everyone else whose name I didn't say specifically. Today we're looking at Marantz going full JQ, which we did show the other day. I think someone shared it with us on a tinfoil stream, but of course I wanted to re-show it here as well as go over how Marantz has been doing since he lost his job at Costco. He's not doing well. He's not doing well. You know, and maybe I'd put less focus on it if he wasn't straight up going out here and blaming Jewish people for all of his problems, you know, like a Nazi. Wasn't he a Costco manager? He was something. He was more than just a general floor employee. Yes. Yeah, he's gone crazy. It's really not good. I'm concerned for him. I'm concerned for his wife. But I don't know, I guess we're just gonna rubberneck. That's probably not healthy or kind, but nonetheless, here we are. It's 2025. I guess nothing matters, so. And managers at Costco make like 6 figures, and he has a ton of stock in Costco that he accrued over the years because he got stock as part of his, like, compensation for his job, and he's liquidating it to buy more GameStop! I don't know if I need to tell this to anyone. Costco stock is much more valuable than GameStop stock, both in the present and most likely for the foreseeable future. So, not great. Not great. At least he still has those Pokemon cards. True that. True that. Except he probably sold them all to do more pulls on the internet slot machine, so that's great. Anyway, so today we're going to be looking at Marantz stuff. I wanted to start with Apefather, though, at least for a little bit. We'll wait till we get till after 5 p.m. Eastern to get into the Marantz stuff, so people have time to get off work or whatever. So the first little bit here, we'll be looking at what, what Apefather's been up to. If you don't remember the Apefather, he very specifically has been catfished twice recently. Now, he had some personal tragedy, which I will never make fun of for pretty obvious reasons, and I feel bad for him for that. But since then, he has also been spiraling and has been getting catfished and just getting into online fights. It's not great. H-Baird with 40 bits says, Costco stock may be more valuable now, but when MOAS happens, everyone will stand in a long line to tell him that he was right. That's the high risk, high reward they're always talking about. Finally getting to feel like you're right. So let's see what else. Nat Promenade, thank you for following. Welcome. So, what else? Terradona says, is he shooting to be a full 1% GameStop shareholder? He's got several million in shares to go. I don't know what his deal is. He also thought that recently, for those that don't know, which I assume is most of you, because what insane person keeps up on GameStop stock, especially when they don't own any? Me. GameStop issued warrants recently, and basically, if you don't know what that is it's a 10-to-1, so for every 10 shares of GameStop you own, I don't believe it's fractional, so I think it has to be 10 whole shares of GameStop. You will get 1 warrant, and that warrant from GameStop entitles you to buy. You don't have to, this is not compulsory, but gives you the right to purchase a share of GameStop at the price of $32 a share. which is higher than what it is right now. But in theory, this warrant would be valuable because it has until, I believe, sometime next year, about a year from today, not exactly, but thereabouts, it'll expire. So the idea is sometime in the next year, they hope that GameStop's price will be above $32, so you can execute these warrants and get stock for less than it's worth. But, like, it's not that high right now. Some people have already executed their warrants, though, because they believe it'll help... They believe it'll help root out the naked short sellers that don't exist, but they think exist because it's integral to their entire mythology. So once again, they're giving GameStop money, more money than the stock is worth currently, in order to execute a plan that makes no sense. So that's good. Sweet Lily Love with 30 stream streak says 30 streams, yay me, yay you indeed. All right, last thing, housekeeping before we get into it. If you want to help support the stream, you can always gift subs or subscribe yourself here on Twitch. You'll get rid of ads, and it helps the stream a ton. We're almost halfway to this month's sub goal, so that's always helpful. We're also doing another tip goal. Once we get to this one, I will do 4 8-hour-long streams, one each week for a month, and they're all going to have a special theme. One of them will be meme stock themed, and for 8 hours... we will go through meme stock stuff. It'll be on some Saturday, most likely, so hopefully a lot of people can make it. And I think we'll end up going through Marantz's conspiracy series, Connect the Dots. So if you want that to happen, to torture me, consider using the tip link in order to get towards that goal. Last thing, on YouTube, do me a favor, like the stream. And alright, we can jump into it. Oh, Apefather. He is in a tub, by the way. Some people asked, is that a man in a tub? It is. It is a man in a tub.
Get about.
Oh, sorry. Let me redact that. It's not a tub. It's a whirlpool.
Forget about it. I'm on Apefather in the office here, the jacuzzi. It's time to talk some business. Apefather brand, king of the jungle brand. Wow!
Yeah, I think this is him pitching... This is him pitching some brand. I don't know if you guys remember, but he has a bad habit of... Obviously, he's into gambling. He's into meme stocks. So he comes up with these weird business ideas randomly and just tells people to give him money for the idea. So remember when he said he was going to open a casino, so everyone should just give him money so he can open a casino? But it's not an investment. He's not promising any money back. But if you give him money right now to open a casino, he super promises, guys, he'll give you the money back. But it's not an investment. That's the kind of guy we're dealing with, just for the record.
The brand, king of the jungle brand. Wow! It's going to be much bigger than the Mr. Beast brand, you'll see.
His brand is going to be bigger than Mr. Beast's. Alright?
It's going to happen soon. This is step one. I got to get a lot of views on YouTube. That's what these haters don't understand.
There we go. Step one. Get a lot of views on YouTube. Obviously, that's as easy as saying it, so let's just get that out of the way. You just get millions of views on YouTube. Obviously, anyone could do that. That's why everyone does it.
They're like, why don't you just do it right now? I got to become super famous on YouTube first. That's the first goal.
This kind of reminds me in Bill and Ted when they're like, we need to get better instruments. And he's like, it's no good getting better instruments until we learn how to play. How are we going to learn to play if we don't get better instruments? Whoa! Like, there's like... I think there's a flaw in your thinking.
Then the second goal is I start the Apefather brand. Apefather brand will have no limitations. Primarily, it will be a real estate brand following the business model of McDonald's. McDonald's owns the land. That's what a lot of people don't know about McDonald's Corporation. Primarily, they're in the real estate business first and foremost.
Right, okay, so, like, he's gesturing in the direction of a profitable business model, historically at least. I think McDonald's actually, for the first time ever, maybe not ever, but at least for decades, posted, I think, a loss in the last couple years because their business has actually been so slow because the economy's been slowing, people are overextended as it is financially, their food is crappy, they overcharge, everything takes forever at McDonald's. So right now, emulating the McDonald's business model doesn't seem like a very good idea. They can't even keep it going well right now. H. Baird says, is he trying to recreate the Margot Robbie scene from The Big Short? He can't be. He doesn't have a delicious glass of champagne. Phoenix 2250 with 37 months says, this community is awesome and a nice shelter from the shitstorm of real life lately. So thanks, Hannah, and your medbed video was really well done. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Almost. And then the hamburger business second. That's the same thing I want to do. Real estate first.
Right, but, like, to what end? Who are you going to be leasing to? Like, it works for McDonald's because, like, they already have a product that people wanted. Like, I'm not talking about its current market position, but when McDonald's was first growing, right? Like, in the 70s and 80s when they were aggressively expanding, it was because it was cheap, it was fast, and, like, the food was, I'm not going to call it great, but it was consistent quality, you know? You go to a McDonald's, you know what the food is going to taste like, generally. That was, like, their strength, and then the backbone of the business of McDonald's was taking advantage of that by leasing the land to the franchisees. But it still fundamentally had a business on top that brought in customers, the restaurant McDonald's, right? What is your business? You can't just say, you know, like McDonald's. That's not a business plan. That's just saying, look, there's someone else's business plan. What if I do that? That's crazy. You might as well be on a street corner, like, ranting. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Jamie Lynn 46 with 48 months says, I figured out how to use Prime to sign up to you, Hannah. That's awesome. Thank you for giving me Jeff Bezos' money. And if you don't know, you too can give me some of Jeff Bezos' money by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch. You can get a free Twitch Prime sub, which you should give to me, because I'm most deserving. Thank you. Alton Undying with 100 bits says, choo-choo. Indeed. Kicks off a hype train, by the way. If you want to help the hype train, you can use bits or subs.
Okay, in other words, own the land. And then there's no limitations. I don't care. It could be Apefather Pizzeria.
Okay, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what the idea is. It'll be a pizzeria. It'll be a podiatrist. Who cares? The point is we make money together.
The Apefather hamburgers, monster hamburgers. You know me. 10 patties, 15 patties, 20 patties. I'll give people an opportunity to live a day in the life of Apefather. Apefather steaks, 110 ounces, 150 ounces, no limitation. Prime rib, baby. It's never a mistake to get it.
He's just listing foods now. That's also not a business plan.
Juicy steak. Apefather Casino, that's a dream, man.
Oh, he's back. He's circling back to the casino. He's circling back to the delusion about opening his own casino with no money, no licensing, no history of working in the casino business, like even as a blackjack dealer, just a random shirtless man in a tub pitching the idea of a casino. Like, it's like he's playing businessman in his mind, right? Like, what does he think business is? Like, does he think it's original to be like, I have an idea, let's open a casino? Like, you didn't invent the idea of a casino. What are you bringing to the table? You don't have a personality that people are endeared to. You're not bringing the capital. You're begging people for money, so you don't have the money. You don't have land to do it on. Like, what are you bringing to this idea of a casino that you think you should own it? I'm so confused. You should just give me money. Give me money and I'll open a casino and I'll make all the money off the casino and it'll be my casino. He's an ideas man, and all his ideas are things other people have done already. Steve with the Q with the 100 bits says, if you want to start a casino with no experience, licensing, etc., just make a crypto coin. True. True. He reminds you of the gang from Always Sunny. That's an apt comparison. Like the brain of a child, just all id, just doing really bad ideas.
That's a lifetime dream. I gotta get real big for that one. I gotta get to the next level. But you know what they say? Dreams make life worth living, baby. Nothing wrong with having dreams.
It's okay to have dreams, as long as you are either having dreams that are grounded, or when you do have dreams that are totally out there, you recognize what they are and are just having fun with them. I think he really wants this casino, though, guys, and I don't think it's going to happen. Nemesaur, thanks for gifting 10 Tier 1 subs, and Stonecore Bell, thanks for gifting a sub. Appreciate all the subs, everyone. Fenekagami says, to anyone wondering, including me, yes, active duty members of the military did get paid today. Part-time National Guards and other military reservists didn't get paid. Woo. Oh, buddy. Things are going to get interesting.
Don't ever let nobody tell you, because all these haters, they're like, you're a dreamer. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
I don't think that he was singing about owning a casino. In fact, that's pretty antithetical to the entire ethos of that song. Then again, so was John Lennon's lifestyle, but like, whatever, you know?
It's okay to have dreams, and it's okay. Even if your dreams are really big, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to think big, because as the great President of the United States says, Donald J. Trump, I love thinking big. Because you're going to be thinking anyway. Might as well think big. I agree with that.
This is the kind of person that thinks Trump is a great businessman, by the way. Is like the person who doesn't even know what business is, but they like it as an aesthetic, and they aspire to be the aesthetic of business. And that's how they view Donald Trump, as the aesthetic of business. And I'm so sad about that. Media of the 80s and 90s accidentally psyoped a lot of people into thinking Donald Trump was a competent businessman, and that's such a shame.
100%. So Apefather, king of the jungle brand. It's going to be real estate first and foremost, but multi-industries. A lot in the food industry. Well, it's going to be big with the food industry. Apefather, Italian restaurant one day, baby. That's going to be a big one.
He likes eating Italian food, so that must mean he can make money making Italian food. That's how that works, right? I like Italian food, so I can sell it at a profit, right?
Apefather Steakhouse. That's going to be a big one. You can make it all happen simply by watching my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about the Apefather. Tell your worst enemies. I could care less. As they say in The Godfather, Michael Corleone learned from his father Vito. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
Why is his whole personality like fake Italian American? Like, am I crazy? He's got the like, he's almost like a joke character you would have in like a Parks and Rec type show, and the joke would turn out that he's not even Italian American. You know what I mean? It's just like an affect he's putting on. Very weird.
I was just on the phone with
His personality is butchering movie quotes. No, that's my personality. At least like 12% of it.
a friend of mine, and she was telling me that, you know, I remember she was saying she knew about Sarah. She goes, that girl Sarah, she's in
Anti-material girl, thanks for following.
New Orleans, right? Louisiana. I said, yeah.
Are we witnessing the birth of a new Garfield Eats? Guys, I was obsessed with Garfield Eats for a while there. I wish I lived in an area with a Garfield Eats. You would have gotten some Garfield Eats content from me. But alas, none were near me. Minute left on the hype train. For those that aren't familiar, Garfield Eats was the Garfield-themed franchise Italian food restaurant. They opened, I know there was one somewhere in Canada, like in Vancouver or something. And then there was one somewhere else in the States. There was a very small footprint concept restaurant, and it was so bad. The reviews I saw made everything sound terrible. They had a Garfuccino. Toronto. Thank you. It was Toronto. They, of course, had lasagna, which didn't look very good. It was orange lasagna. Bittergrin, thanks for 100 bits. Fennikagami says, Zoran got a positive interview on Morning Joe. Looks like even the establishment is accepting that he's going to win, and now normies are getting exposed to his ideas, which is going to make things very interesting going forward. That's good. I hadn't seen that. Overthought with 100 bits says, if you're going to start a business, specialize. The only people to just make anything are like, Yamaha. Want a keyboard? Yamaha. Want a motorcycle? Also Yamaha.
Yeah.
You're working on your Type 5? That feels very Type 5. It feels very like you're at the Comedy Store and you're like, hey, you ever do this Yamaha company? They make keyboards and also motorcycles? Feels like a bit.
She goes, well, there's a guy who apparently is a serial killer. I don't know if you
Is he trying to claim that the woman who catfished him is a serial killer now because he's upset he got catfished? That's a strategy. Just a Peach with a tip says, Green Guy bought me 5 pounds of frozen scallops yesterday for me to eat for lunch. Also broccoli and octopus. Green Guy is making corned beef for reburns. Wow. You, other than the broccoli, none of that sounds appetizing to me, but I'm glad you enjoy it. Octopus sounds so chewy. Can I tell you the catfish story? I mean, it's not that interesting. He met a woman online. I don't know if it was actually a woman or if it was just like a straight up random like dude scammer from Nigeria or something. That happens a lot of the time. Or Russia. Russia's another place where a lot of the scammers come out of. Anyway, sent her a bunch of money. Thousands of dollars, though I don't remember exactly how much. And, of course, turned out she was catfish. She was scamming him, just wanted money. She kind of ghosted him, and he's been upset ever since.
I was just on the phone with a friend of mine, and she was telling me that, I remember she was saying she knew about Sarah. She goes, that girl Sarah, she's in New Orleans, right? Louisiana. I said, yeah. She goes, well, there's a guy who apparently is a serial killer. I don't know if you heard about this before. And he was on Howard Stern.
Oh, shoot. I missed a tip. A really nice one, by the way. Rick M. with a $32 tip. That's an incredibly generous tip. Thank you. It says, Hannah, 8 hours a day for 4 days at $1 per hour equals $32. Thank you very much.
And he was basically saying how he goes to like the strip clubs or, prostitutes who go up to his car. He basically kills them. So from what I was understanding, Howard Stern was trying to get more information about this guy. Like the guy actually called Howard Stern.
And everyone who calls Howard Stern is for real, by the way.
And
no one's ever prank called Howard Stern.
Does his business, if that's what
that's not allowed. That's illegal.
You want to call it, is killing terrible, right? He does this in New Orleans. He does this in Louisiana. So I just wanted to say to Sarah, listen, I mean, I hate to say it, but there's a strong possibility that that's what she's back to doing. I mean, I hate to say it. I'm not trying to be rude. Not trying to be a jerk off, right? But there's a possibility she's back to stripping, okay? And just know that there is a guy on the loose, you understand, who he could be a big tipper, you understand, be very generous. She was thinking you were generous too, Richard. No, but no, on the real side. This guy could be a big tipper. He could be very generous. Next thing you know, you want to take a ride in my new vehicle. That's
why is he a man? What is... He's basically threatening this person who he used to talk to and being like, you better watch out. There's a serial killer in your area. You might get stabbed. Like, what an insane thing to do. For those not following, that's what's happening. He's upset with this Sarah person, and he says she's an exotic dancer, so he's being like, ooh, there's a serial killer in the area. You better watch out, because you're gonna get stabbed. Like, that's crazy. Who does that? That's nuts. Like, dude, you got catfished. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Screaming at the radio with 51 months says, lost my sub streak, but I have an excuse. I moved back to Europe. That's a pretty good reason. Thank you for your sub.
And then that's all she wrote. That's it. This guy's a murderer. This guy's a serial killer. He contacted Howard Stern. Howard Stern was trying to get information. He was like, look, can you give me more information? Like, how do you do this? What do you do? From what I understand through my friend, what the guy does is that he looks for girls at strip clubs in New Orleans, in Louisiana. He looks for the working girls. They work the streets. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
I don't know if this is the right time to do that.
Anyway.
How do I find these fucking people? How do I find these people?
Looks for the work.
Is everyone crazy, or is my X-Man power just finding the craziest people in the universe?
Girls. He looks. Now, I'm not saying, I know Sarah's going to be like, are you saying I'm a working girl? I'm not saying that. Well, I know you strip, or that, I mean, I know that. But I'm just saying there is a maniac. He's a maniac. Maniac on the streets of New Orleans. Maniac. Maniac on the streets of New Orleans.
8 homosexuals at a Wendy's. Maniac on the street. I can't even do it. I can't even. He just goes so quickly from the singing affect to just straight faced. A maniac on the streets of New Orleans.
I'm just saying there is a maniac. He's a maniac. Maniac on the streets of New Orleans.
Insanity is infectious.
And he's hungry. He's hungry. So be careful. That's all I'm saying. A friendly warning from the friendly Apefather. Wow! Do you know?
I would like to put that on the soundboard, honestly. I'm going to put that together this weekend, by the way. Sorry, I've been busy, and I worked today and tomorrow, but this weekend I'll put together the preliminary soundboard with all my little buttons.
Do you know?
8 maniacs on the streets of New Orleans.
Oh, what it means to be in New Orleans. Well, now there's something else you got to learn. There's a maniac out there, and he's hungry.
This is the same energy as that Kevin Spacey video. Do you remember when it was the vaguely threatening Kevin Spacey video and he was like cooking and like chopping things with a butcher knife? Like, what in the world?
Tommy, yo, Rocky 5. Are you hungry, Tommy? You're hungry? Well, this guy is very hungry. Be careful.
Don't fuck with this guy. He's seen the Rocky movies enough that he remembers quotes from Rocky 5. That's like the worst one. Jeesh. Fennikagami with 40 bits says, and people wonder why there's a male loneliness epidemic. Look at what treating men nice gets you.
So, I just made 2 short videos explaining my current view. 17.
Why do I have a butcher knife beside my keyboard? It's a costume one. It's for my Chucky costume. See, it's plastic. Plastic. Also a movie quote. Ultimate Undying says, so I looked up when this call happened. Wait, when this call happened. 1997. Oh, so he's just bringing up a nonsensical thing from 30 years ago. Cool.
1,140,091. Now, there's a reason why I did this. I want the haters to know at the time of this video how many current total views I have. 17,140,091. And the reason for that is that, let's say a day, 2 days go by, my views go up 10,000 or 20,000, 30,000, or 100,000. Houston, we have a problem. That means that other people are watching the Apefather YouTube channel. Not just haters, which now debunks their theory that they control my channel. Okay, so my views should not be going up at all. That's it. It should remain 17,140,091. Now, of course, they're going to come up with some excuse. Right? You know it, and I know it. A couple of days where my views go up like 20, 30,000. They'll say it's small. That's nothing. You're not a real YouTuber. But that's not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is, do the haters control my YouTube channel? You would have to admit, if my channel starts.
I'm not going to say that this guy's like Chris Chan level. I'm sure he has some people who follow him legitimately, because like he did have a following. He was an AMC meme stock guy. I should point out, this is a meme stock stream. This guy just doesn't ever talk about the meme stock anymore, basically. He's almost become a lol cow, which I'm not a huge fan of covering stuff like this, but this is just so bizarre. I don't even know what to do with it. But like his whole thing was shilling AMC stock, the movie theater chain, AMC. And I think a lot of his former followers have turned into haters, because if you followed his financial advice, you would have lost a ton of money. So I think probably a lot of the people that follow him are people who are mad at him for harming them.
It's going up 20,000 views or 30,000 views or 100,000 views. You have to admit other people are watching me. That's all. Just admit it. Are you man enough to admit it, Mo Money Investing? Are you man enough to admit it? WTF, that's if he's a man. Who knows? I don't. It's all alleged. I have no idea. Maybe even Mo Money Investing. I don't know. I have no idea what these people do. They might do a little Boy George. I tumble for you. I tumble for you. April, I tumble for you. I tumble for you. Anyway. Come, camellia. It's okay, whatever you do in your private time. But are you man enough to admit, when you see my views are going up 10, 20, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 views in a few days, that other people are watching Apefather, not just haters? So that debunks the theory. Haters control my channel. Will you all admit it at that point? Will you say, Apefather, the haters do not control?
How many views is this vid? 109. It came out 6 days ago.
Channel. That's right. You got a whole lot.
The reason he has a ton of views is because he posts a ridiculous number of videos. I've told you guys this before, but I don't expect everyone to know the history of this. He posted a video 3 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago, a day ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. This is actually less than he used to post. He was posting on average like 8 videos a day, and it was just crap, I can't even call it slop. It was filler. It wasn't even slop. Like 30-second videos of him just being like, oh, look at my Popeyes chicken I ordered.
Friday night shabby.
And he'd get like 48 views on these, but he was posting so many of them. He gets views, and he has years of backlogs of this stuff. So even if every video only gets 1 view, every 5 days or something, he has tens of thousands of views, you know what I mean? Of just random people clicking on his filler slop crap.
A lot of people going on.
When they should be looking at my slop crap. Hydrate will do.
Come a lot of baby, whole lot of views going on. You said it, come along, Apefather, it won't be very long till you hit 1 billion views, whole lot of views going on. I said, shake it, baby, shake it. More Money Investing. Shake it, baby, shake it. WTF, shake it, baby, shake it. Commander 35, shake it, shake it. Come on over. Whole lot of views going on for Apefather. And I don't need the haters.
Okay, that's enough of this middle-aged man's mental breakdown. Let's look at Marantz's middle-aged mental breakdown. It's the titular video. Here we go. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Planet Person. They're another YouTuber. Marantz, who has a very distinctive voice, appeared recently on one of Planet Person's stream, or Planet Peterson, rather. Sorry, I misspoke. Brain's fried today. And, oh boy, Marantz is not doing good. Why did Marantz get fired? Oh boy. He claims that the shadowy cabal that runs Costco fired him because he was telling too much truth on his internet streams, when in reality, I think they don't like one of their employees who very publicly states that they're an employee slandering people online, which he does a lot. At least companies, you know. I don't really give a shit about that, but, you know, his work seems to. This JQ thing happened after he was already fired, for the record. Someone says because he went JQ. This is after the firing. Okay.
Listening to you putting a lot of the blame on Trump and not understanding that, you know, Congress gets to trade the stock market, Congress gets to trade on non-public information, and
I'm totally against Congress doing that. And some Republicans, like Josh Hawley, are. Most are not. Donald Trump doesn't say anything about this. I think he has in the past called Nancy Pelosi a hypocrite on the issue, but he has absolutely no interest in doing anything about bribery or corruption in government.
The theory is he said too many internet things at work. That was probably a part of it. Like, you gotta know where that line is. Do you guys think I'm all over my real life job talking like I do here? No, it's called code switching. Learn it. Jesus Christ. There's a partition. There's a reason I don't tell you guys anything about my job, because they're two different worlds, and never the two should meet. People are irresponsible. Marantz is older than me. I don't know how he didn't realize that.
And because he does corrupt bribes all the time.
You think he actually takes bribes?
Yeah, like a $400 million plane.
Yeah, I mean, but that's nothing that he's taking with him, right? I mean, you're talking about taking bribes as in improving your lifestyle. When someone's already at the top of...
Yeah, he exempted Apple from tariffs after he was given gold by the CEO of the company.
Apple from tariffs. So
Yep.
they're still paying tariffs, just so that we're clear. They did change their distribution to India versus China. But there's numerous companies at the Mag 7 and or in the S&P top 20 that have subsidized tariffs for the better good of GDP growth currently, which would only be, just so that we're clear, this rigged economy, as we're calling it, is only because of business-to-business deals, not consumer. Would you agree with that?
I have no idea what you just said.
He's talking about the round-tripping revenue that's happening between, like, NVIDIA and some of the partners that are working on AI. This is a real problem, for those that don't know. The stock market and the perception of, like, what the GDP is right now is basically being artificially inflated by what's called round-tripping revenue through a lot of these bigger tech companies. And what that means is basically they're taking the same money and passing it around in a circle between each other, which, like, isn't good for the economy, because it makes it look like their revenues are all much more inflated than they are in reality, when in actuality they're all just passing the same money back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's not productive economic activity happening. So once you finally, like, pull the curtain and see, you know, the man behind the curtain, you're the road, or the Wile E. Coyote, and you look down and you realize, oh fuck, I walked off the cliff. You know what I mean? We're in a bubble, is what I'm trying to say, and even Marantz is aware of that.
Okay, I'll explain. The only growth you see in this economy is via cap expenditures. Okay, that means from company to company, i.e., 5 companies all investing into NVIDIA. one company. So when you're holding each other up, this is a house of cards. They're eventually all going to fall down because they're all propping each other up. Now, when Trump's coming in, implementing things, it's not like a solo thing. It's not like he can't just go, hey, this is what we're going to do now. There has to be a whole group effort. Everyone has to agree. So when you say,
what are you talking about? Trump doesn't wait to agree with people. He just does shit. He just does shit. What are you talking about? Even if it's illegal for him to do, if he wants to do it, he's gonna fucking do it. Even if the courts later are like, you can't do that, he would still attempt it. What are you talking about?
Tech came in and tech had to sit down. Apple doesn't even invest money into the other five. Apple's the outlier from everyone else. It's the most recognizable brand in the world. So if they're afforded some type of relief from the rest of the world, absolutely. They built the technology that no one else can mimic. This is not a...
What are you talking about? What? That no one else can mimic? There's tons of smartphones. What are you talking about? Green guy with a $3 tip says, Hannah, you know I'm bad with names and other than Cece, all the conspiracy theorists mixed together into an amorphous person, and my wife has to remind me whom is who, like as if we're watching Desperate Housewives and I mix all the wives up. Marantz is the creepy GameStop guy. Does that help?
A competition thing. This is not trying to...
Oh, and Fennikagami says, typical mediocre white man. When shit goes wrong for him, probably shit he caused. It must be a conspiracy against him.
Capitalize on top of the market. It's trying to keep America sustainable and above everyone else out there. So I just think people have a view...
Keeping America sustainable by draining the economy, by having people pay extra for shit for tariffs? Makes sense.
A flawed view on what Trump's trying to do, and they try to tie it with Israel. Israel is our ISIS, okay? I'll explain it. They're our combatives. Like, they're doing the dirty work for us in the Middle East. You talk about Qatar, the footprint. I've actually been there. I was in the military, so there are stockpiles.
Marantz got a less than honorable discharge, according to his brother, by the way. Which is basically, it's not a dishonorable discharge. It's basically getting fired from the military because you're incompetent. So, there is that. Other than honorable discharge, I think it's called.
Supplies for our military in certain locations in this world. And Qatar happens to be one of them. So when you're actually doing... you have a lot of reasons to be involved there because you have Kuwait, you have Qatar, and you have Israel. These are all places you need to protect because...
The Israel thing isn't the thing I'm talking about, by the way. Obviously, we also criticize Israel and don't like the state of Israel's
Where's the real
actions.
war happening?
That's not the JQ thing.
The Middle East.
He literally says the thing.
There's just more to this world than just, hey, I don't like people who wear red hats. That's all I'm saying.
I don't like corruption. I think taking a $400 million gift from a foreign Islamic theocracy is corruption and violates the Constitution and shouldn't be accepted.
So I don't know what world you want to live in, but we've been living in this one, right? Right, 9/11.
That's my least favorite rhetorical tool, is when some douchebag is just like, hold up now. I'm gonna tell you the real biz, okay? I'll tell you something about the real world, sonny.
I mean, yeah, we live in a world where Donald Trump is engaged in corruption.
Why are you pinning it on Donald Trump?
Because he's the one in charge of those particular things. He's the president taking those bribes. What?
Because he did it?
He didn't. Do you even know, like, who runs the world?
Here it goes. Here we go.
Did it?
He didn't. Do you even know, like, who runs the world? Sovereign funds, right? Private equity. The influence from a certain group of people. They all start with a J.
Good news, everyone. You don't ever have to feel bad for Marantz again. We did it. We've manufactured consent. We can say whatever we want about Marantz now. Woohoo! Blatant Nazism in my MAGA guy? I'm so shocked.
No, like, who runs the world? Sovereign funds, right? Private equity. The influence from a certain group of people. They all start with a J. So if you don't believe
Christ.
That's pretty much the response, isn't it?
Well, let's name.
So you were talking about Jeffrey Epstein, right?
I'd gladly talk with you about Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't think Marantz understood the deflection that Planet Peterson was trying to give him there to get off the whole JQ thing, and he's like, I don't understand anything, but I'll talk about Epstein, sure.
Yeah,
And I have
and
no
Donald
problem
Trump
with-
being one of his best friends, right?
Absolutely not. Like, you guys don't even see the.
Well, Jeffrey Epstein said that Donald Trump was his best friend, so what's up with that? And what's up with Trump drawing a picture of a prepubescent girl and then writing a cute little letter to Jeffrey? What's up with that?
What's up with that? That is a good question. Dillis Filler with 40 bits says, why is the reverb suggesting this is us hearing Marantz's internal monologue?
You're muted.
Okay, can you please listen to me? And
Marantz to his wife every day. Would you please listen to me? I'm not crazy.
and listen up about Jeffrey Epstein, because it's a 6 degrees of separation from Leon Black. This is what I'm talking about, private equity. Leon Black is the biggest criminal on Wall Street in the world, right? Not allegedly, right now.
Oh, no.
He is the one that funded the money for Jeffrey Epstein. So in the Virgin Islands, people bought immunity. And when they bought the immunity, it was JP Morgan and Leon Black. When they sold the island itself, the
Terradona says they gave him an off-ramp, but he's still going forward at 200 miles per hour. As far as he's concerned, this is the JQ Autobahn.
2 islands of Jeffrey Epstein, they literally sold it to Drexel Burnham Lambert alum, who was Stephen Decker. Stephen Decker is from Drexel Burnham Lambert. They all
Is
come.
he still married? He is still married. And he is trying so hard to be a wife guy now, and it is coming off. Whenever she's on camera, you can tell she's uncomfortable and doesn't like it. Ugh.
From Drexel, by the way.
Buddy.
And that
Dillis Filler with a 5-stream streak says 5 down, infinitely more to go.
is.
I will grant you whatever you want about this. Why is Donald Trump embroiled in this, and why is he
I'm gonna
preventing
explain.
the release of the files?
Yes, I'm going to tell you the same reason. What he's protecting Leon Black. Okay, now Leon Black runs the world. Donald Trump hired a 40-year-old kid to manage all of the foreign investment.
40-year-old kid is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. This 40-year-old child, he's but a lad of 40. Look upon his balding head and rejoice at this child. You can be a grandfather at 40. What are you talking about?
Investments. His name is Benjamin Black. That's Leon Black's son. He gave him a job with this
Marantz is coping. It's all he can do now.
administration. He is protected. When Trump went to Russia in '96, he took Leon Black with him. When Trump went back to Russia in 2017, he took Leon Black with him. Leon Black is the money behind Jeffrey Epstein. He already got sued for this. And he had a Russian exchange, everything, because they're all from Apollo Global Management, which is raised from Drexel Burnham Lambert. You have to know private equity. You have to know what it does and how it manipulates outcomes and what they control. They own everything. They own the media.
Not
They own
everything.
this app they're about to buy. What do you mean they don't own everything? They literally own everything.
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was saying, oh no, not that.
Yeah, I got you. But there's so much more in this world. If you dig into private equity, there's a series that you can watch. It's called Connect the Dots. It's on YouTube. Watch.
That's Marantz's series. That's Marantz's series. Is he pretending that it's not him? Guys, no particular reason, but there's this series by this really cool guy called Marantz. It's called Connect the Dots. He's alt count a posting. This would be like if I got on someone's live stream and didn't say who I was, and I was like, oh, there's this really good medbed video. You fucking asshole. Shilling your own video. Orion Cooper with a $2 super chat says, am I old enough for this? I'm only a 45-year-old kid. Nope, come back when you're 50, okay? 50 or above on this ride.
Oh, did Eric
96 parts.
Stryker
Phrasing?
film that?
No, you just need to go and do your homework, man. That's all I'm telling you. Before you start blaming Trump for everything, realize who's the real.
Yeah, it's the Jews. Got it. Please don't ever come back.
In addition to autographed copies of Bolton and
MAGA, and I'm not even MAGA supporter, so
It's just so funny. The please don't ever come back. That's the appropriate response, I think, to Marantz. Okay. Here's Marantz explaining why GameStop is a tech company now.
And I'm talking about GameStop, guys. They have integrated new technologies for retail, things that I've never seen before in my life, that I was not aware of, but we'll show it to you right now. This is what GameStop is doing. If you live under a rock, you don't know. You might be not in the beta, but this is GameStop, their new website. It's my computer lagging, not it.
They're a tech company because their website has animations, and then you can buy loot boxes. Ooh, technology company. Can you please pump the stock price now? No, you can't just call it a tech company because you like their website, you asshole.
Yeah, my computer's stuck.
That's too good.
You might be not in the beta. And I'm talking about GameStop, guys. They have integrated new technologies for retail, things that I've never seen before in my life, that I was not aware of, but we'll show it to you right now. This is what GameStop is doing. If you live under a rock, you don't know. You might be not in the beta, but this is GameStop, their new website.
Man, QuickTime Player would blow his mind.
It's my computer lagging, not it.
Do you think if I showed Marantz
Yeah, my computer's
homestarrunner.com,
stuck.
he'd pee his pants?
Thing is, like, GameStop ran up today, and which it should run. You know, people, it's a Friday. Are they closing at the end of the week? Are they trying to get out of here? And remember, you have 1 week left. That's it. You got to tell the third, man. It's next week. So next Friday's our true cutoff, and I think we should be closer to $32 a share at that point.
What's the shares at right now? I know it's low 20s. The warrants getting released actually made the price go down. One sec. Yeah, it's at $23 right now, so it's actually $10 lower than he said it was gonna be. Whoopsie. He thought the warrants would make the price go up. It made it go down. Who knew dilution could do that? Except everyone. Fennikagami says, I hate how many men try to find ways to make it fine that people were friends with Epstein. Like, it's possible some of them didn't, but the Clintons, really? Especially once that birthday scrapbook came out, all his close friends knew, and not only did nothing, they joked about it. Yeah, ugh. Fucking ugh.
Because that's going to be the value of it, but this stock should be $200 a share, $200 a share, and that's not a big number, guys. That's not a big number. That's $80 billion market cap. Well, guess what? $80 billion that you're barely giving yourself 8 times book. Like you're that's a 5. You know what 5x book is? It's about $80 billion. So that's what that.
Why do you think that the company should be worth 5 times its book value? Justify it.
Average company in the S&P 500 trades at. They trade at 5x.
Okay, you're not in the S&P 500, and you're not going to be in the S&P 500. Get over this. He's been manifesting GameStop into the S&P 500 for years. It's not happening. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Book, that's the average. I mean, that's very expensive. It's a high ratio. Don't get me wrong, like from the way I measure stuff, but
What's the value proposition? Slot machines? The value proposition is if you buy in, maybe Marantz's wife can look him in the eyes again. That's a little mean.
it's still warranted. Like, you still deserve it. Why? Because you don't have you don't have a losing metric at all. There's not a metric here that you're measuring GameStop and saying, "Oh, they don't do it." They have revenue growth on the trailing 12. They have income growth. They have cash growth. They have
Wait, revenue growth? Their revenue's been decimated by their shrinkage. Not, I should say, by their smaller footprint. Shrinkage has a different term in retail. I didn't mean the retail shrinkage. I mean the fact that they used to have many stores and now they have much fewer stores. Their revenue has been on decline. What do you mean?
interest growth. They have free cash flow growth. They have everything you can think of. Current ratios at a 12 almost. These guys are just a different.
No, shrinkage in retail means like theft, like the amount of merchandise that you expect to lose through either theft or like breakage. That stuff can be called shrinkage or breakage, I've heard as well.
Company from what people label them as. So it's pretty fun to see it happening, and I'm excited. I'm still finding time to figure out my next step, and I haven't had the energy or the time to do certain things because I've had all these things lined up, these meetings that I had to go to, and they all turned out. Well, not all of them. One was really bad, and it threw me off for a little bit. And
He's talking about job interviews, I think, because again, he lost his job at Costco. He's been looking for something else, of course.
that was kind of like the writing on the wall of like, hey, you should really just do YouTube and don't worry about the other stuff.
That's a bad call.
So I was like, okay.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to make money consistently on YouTube or Twitch or a combination of the two, even with Patreon? It's really difficult. And frankly, I say that as someone who is sometimes entertaining and has interesting things to say. Marantz doesn't have those benefits. So, like, I think it's impossible for him to consider trying to raise a family, well, that being his primary source of income. It's just not going to happen.
Okay, that's fine. But, yeah, it'll all work out. I'll get back out there to the kids, and I'll get back out there to the street. I have a lot to give away. I've been tired. I didn't have the energy that I should have. My libido's down. My sexual drive is just not there.
Do I need to know this? I can be the queen of oversharing. I know. But I can certainly see when other people should maybe not be talking.
I have a lot to give away. I've been tired. I didn't have the energy that I should have. My libido's down. My sexual drive is just not there. I'm not ready to perform at these levels.
What do I even do with this? The man's calling himself impotent. Even I wouldn't go there. Come on.
And you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be out there full on machismo. You need to have like some sexual energy to go out there and do these interviews. What?
I agree. What? More what? What are you talking about?
Money. We're gonna make money tenfold. We're gonna keep stacking it. But Ryan Cohen is set to be a trillionaire. There is no way around this, guys. I know you guys haven't figured out how the hell he's going to get there. It's because they're only looking at how the seventh most valuable company produced a guy worth $350 billion, $400 billion, Elon Musk. He's in charge of the seventh biggest company. Well, I'm going to tell you what GameStop's about to be. They're on their way. And it's because they're on the other side of this trade. I'm not making this up. I'm not misreading the situation or the room. There are signs. There will be smoke. And where there's smoke, there's fire. And I have fire in my heart. And I have the desire to grab every share possible. And so do you. Don't worry about the warrants too much, guys.
That didn't mean anything. It's like he's doing word association at this point. It's just a pep rally.
All right, so
Fennikagami with 40 bits says, the problem is that most modern businessmen, especially the ones Cohen's age, don't know how to do profit through production, only through speculation. High-end businesses now is just a casino. The real economy is completely divorced from it. Yeah, there's no way this shit can go on forever, right? Like, it's like, at some point we had an economy, and then it's like we went to, like, Keynesian beauty contest, and then the beauty contest stopped using, like, actual, like pretty people and started putting lipstick on pigs, but we're still treating it like a beauty contest? It's very confusing. I don't know if I'm just crazy or if the market's crazy, but either way. I'll take a look at that tip. Just a peach. Just a peach with $1 tip says, I just saw the GameStop brought back their mascot in plushie form on Reddit. I posted it in the live stream Discord today. Is that little rabbit thing? Right? Let me look. They used to have like a rabbit. Yeah, it's the little rabbit thing. Sure is a rabbit. Where were we?
this is for the subreddit Jamie Meltdown. I never make videos about you guys, but here's one. And this is blatant manipulation of stock markets and trying to manipulate individuals and how they invest. So I've been talking to GameStop, right? Jamie Meltdown. I've been talking GameStop for 4.5 years. And I'm the only content creator you guys attack personally. You guys talk about my personal life.
That's not true. To be clear, I spend time on GME Meltdown, not as much as I used to. There's less interesting stuff happening these days. But I do spend some time there, and plenty of people get lolcowed on there, not just Marantz. I will give you this, Marantz is a lot of it, and it's for the same reason that Chris Chan is one of the biggest lolcows historically, and it's because Marantz, like Chris Chan, will go on the internet constantly and just admit some of the most embarrassing things, and he just says ridiculous things. I'm not justifying it, I'm just letting you know that's why. Marantz, the reason that you take up such a portion of the posts on GME Meltdown is because you are the one most publicly melting down constantly. That's why. J. Rodimus with 40 bits says, I'm late to this because I was listening to my car again, but I was losing it when the other guy was practically trying to shove an out into Marantz's hands, and Marantz just kept giving it back. Like, for the love of God, please take the out.
Try to discredit me as a person. As far as how I'm bullish on GameStop, I'm absolutely bullish, just like anybody else would be if they understood the fundamentals and the valuation given to GameStop.
He uses words like fundamentals and stuff like that, but not in the literal material sense. He almost uses them as like incantations. Like if he says them enough, it'll actually manifest solid fundamentals. It's kind of interesting.
Multiple content creators have come on.
Maybe I don't actually look at conspiracy theorists. Maybe my focus is new religious movements and I don't even know it.
For all the years, you guys never attack them. You guys only attack me personally, but it's not going to work because GameStop's still going to be amazing. However you guys feel about me, I mean, it's not going to change my day. But what
I don't believe you.
is going to change your day is that I know you guys are paid shills and it's manipulators. Check this out. You guys
paid shills. Yes, I'm often paid by Ken Griffin himself to come online and make fun of Marantz. Because who would find any of this interesting, right? A grown man obsessed with a game pawn shop, ruining his own life through the obsession. That's not interesting or notable, right?
now only have 20.
Where the shills at, man? True. Where's Plur?
8,000 members. You guys used to have 33,000, 34,000. How did you guys lose 14,000 people?
Probably because, I mean, frankly, the main show ended. This is the after party. Like, the meme stock craze is gone, at least for now. It might come back again someday, especially if Keith Gill shows his head again. Rears his head again, I should say. But as of right now, it's pretty dead. So, like, casual onlookers got bored, as people do, understandably. They don't have hyperfixations like I and some of you do, necessarily.
And now you have 2.7K people spreading FUD. You used to only have like 20. And we're talking like a month ago. So either Canada started hiring more FUD spreaders, or you guys been fake the whole time, which I truly believe, because that's how I believe Reddit. So, yeah, I stay away from Reddit. I think everyone else should too. I just want to make this clear. This is blatant manipulation of the stock market, these kids. And
Him and GameStop people for years trying to manufacture movements of the price collectively, not manipulation. A couple tens of thousands shit posters making fun of that activity. That's market manipulation. Okay.
just always trying to put, the divide out there, trying to put a negative connotation on, what retail investors are and what they're so good.
You just don't understand. They're going to be billionaires. The day that reality rewards Marantz with $1 billion is the last day I will take a breath on this earth.
I mean, what are you guys so good about? Like, what are you guys so mad about? Why are you
That
guys
would
pissed
be such a fundamental I don't want to live on this planet anymore moment. There's no coming back from it. Nope.
off that we invest in the GameStop or that we talk about it every day? What does that matter to you? You should get
It's funny. That's why it matters. And interesting. It's not all shit posting, at least for me. Just like 80% of it.
Jesus in your heart. You should. And I'll pray for you. That's the best I can do. Peace.
Oh, he did the passive-aggressive I'll pray for you. Wow. He's so kind.
That was a phone call I've been waiting for. And I have to process the info. To answer the question about your 401k and whether or not you should use it in a... I don't know if it was good, Johnny. I don't know if it was good. But God will put me on the right path. So I just got to pray. Talk to my wife, and I just got to pray.
How old is Marantz? I don't know the exact age, but 40s is my guess.
It wasn't the outcome that I thought that I wanted, or that I thought it would be. It's like a real kick in the stomach. Yeah, when you buy a home with your 401k, you can withdraw money 3 different ways. You can
Andronicus Khan with 100 bits says, just to reply to that weird stuff Marantz said a few minutes back, I don't think I've ever tanked a job interview and thought to myself, if I'd only been hornier, I would have nailed it. Maybe he means libido in the same way Austin Powers used mojo in the second Austin Powers film. Have we considered that? Is this an Austin Powers 2, The Spy Who Shagged Me situation? Maybe.
Withdraw money via a hardship loan. You can do 2 of those a year. You can also withdraw money for a one-time, once every, you can do a 15-year loan for a housing loan. And you can take that out for your down payment purposes, but you'd have to process that with your lender in addition to processing it with your brokerage.
Yeah, Marantz, I don't remember if this is the video where he talks about it or if it's just sort of... I know he's answering someone else's question about their 401k. But there is another video where he talks about he lost his job recently. He's been withdrawing from his 401k. He's been liquidating his Costco shares that he got as compensation while he was working for them, and he's putting money into GameStop. He is currently unemployed. A time that would be a good as time as any to unload some of these GameStop shares at only a small loss, like a 2% loss, which in terms of opportunity cost is terrible. If he'd put money into mutual funds over the last 5 years, it would have grown like crazy. But he decided to do GameStop, so instead he'd have to eat a 2% loss and the opportunity cost of that money not going to other things over the last 5 years. But still, that's almost a wash. Could be worse. But instead he's doubling down. He's throwing bad money or good money after bad again and again. And it's driving me insane to watch a man throw his life away as thoroughly as this. It's a wonder to behold.
From, and or you can just take out a loan against your 401k and pay it back within.
Is he still holding the stocks? That's mad. He's not holding them. He's buying more. He's not just holding them. He is currently unemployed and liquidating his 401k and other investments to buy more GameStop. So that's not good.
In 4 years, usually that's the timeline. The interest paid back on the 401k loan is to yourself, so you're not really going to borrow money from someone and pay a fee for it. It's just fees that go back to you. It's usually like an auto payment on your account. But these are all ideas that you could have.
He's not just buying stock, he's also playing the card slot machine. I hope he's stopped that at least since he lost his job, right? He must have stopped that, right? That's not rhetorical. I'm not going to cut to it. I don't know. I'm asking. Finikagami says, I return Marantz's I'll pray for you with a tradition from my Tennessee father, accent included. Bless your little heart, Marantz, you sweet summer child.
So if you're going to buy a home,
oh yeah, he's like borderline crying on camera.
you take all that into consideration.
What is he doing?
I love you guys. And I'll see you guys soon.
Jesus Christ, his wife needs to get him some help. Like, it's on him, ultimately, but, like, is she seeing this? Is she seeing that he's, like, not okay?
You know, I'm so real with you guys. I don't hide anything from you guys. Like, I'm just real.
You should. Hide many things from your audience, Marantz. Hide as much as you can. You don't need to do this. You don't need to rend your flesh from your bones in order to satisfy a hypothetical audience that's barely there.
And I'm really shocked right now.
You'd argue he has a gambling addiction at this point? He does. He's openly stated he has a gambling addiction. I just think in his head, he does not this is previous to him even getting into the stock market. He was a gambling addict, and then he got into the stock market. I don't think he understands that this is, or at least isn't willing to admit, that this is all an extension of his gambling addiction. He doesn't... People with addiction, I say this as a recovered alcoholic, it's been years since I drank, but for people who have never dealt with a severe addiction, the level of cognitive dissonance and, like, self-lies that you will tell yourself in order to justify whatever you need to do to get the thing you're addicted to, shocking. Disgusting and shocking. And I don't say that as a moral judgment about anyone but myself. I just mean, you would not believe the mental blocks you will put up in order to lie to yourself about how severe your problem is. It's astonishing. Like, I don't think Marantz understands that this is all gambling, the card thing, him doing the slot machine online, it's all gambling. And this is the same problem he had before he got into GameStop with whatever he was addicted to in casinos. Like, I don't know if he knows that, or at least is willing to admit it to himself.
I just got to work harder. I just gotta work harder.
And stop buying GameStop. Please. I am begging you. Green Guy with the $3 tip says, I'm gonna leave my 401k alone. If I can't use it and just live off my Navy pension, I would be okay with that, so I can pass it on to a nephew so they can buy a home. I would be so happy. I'm sure your nephew would be too. Alright, let's see what else we got. Oh, he has a ton of Charlie Kirk stuff. He got banned off TikTok for posting Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories. Don't know if you know that.
Good evening, guys. This is a one-take session, no edits, no cuts. It's not about private equity tonight. It's about Charlie Kirk. You guys got my video about how I felt about how the assassination was going, the dialogue between the FBI and the public, and it still made me feel kind of funny. But then I got in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this. I just can't believe he did so many videos about this too. And yes, he made an AI shirt with the fucking awful Miyazaki fucking AI plagiarism machine filter sewage dog shit slop. Is that enough words to give you an idea of how I feel about AI? You might as well wear a Goatsy shirt. You know what? No! Goatsy is art compared to AI. At least Goatsy had an intent. A human made Goatsy intentionally, okay? That's more that can be said for an AI thing. Anyway.
All right, so tell me you don't know how to invest without telling me you don't know how to invest. There's no such thing as diversifying. If you
There's no such thing as diversifying. A man who talks about investment for his primary source of income has said there's no such thing as diversification. Well, that's just not true, is it?
All right, so tell me you don't know how to invest without telling me you don't know how to invest. There's no such thing as diversifying. If you diversify, that means you don't know what you're doing.
That's insane! What are you talking about? What do you mean? What?
You're gonna be buying a big piece of shit. You know what happens to people who buy ETFs, like index funds, right? They buy the S&P. I buy the S&P 500. I'm brilliant. No, you're buying the market, and you're buying the pieces of shit that go with it. But besides,
the market has. When you look at the market overall, it has grown a ton over the years. That's why people go long on the market, is because historically it has continued to grow as an aggregate over time. And no one is saying you need to only put money into ETFs or other, like, sort of diversified mutual fund type products. You can do that as well as doing your own picks to diversify. They're not saying everything you invest in needs to be an equally diversified mix of everything in the stock market. It's that you don't put everything in one sector, or God forbid, one stock, so that if there's a huge market mix-up, you don't get totally boned. Maybe he thinks diversification is DEI? Maybe.
doing that, the one thing that you'll never do if you buy the market is you'll never beat the market.
Okay, the market's pretty damn good. Marantz, are you beating the market now with your brilliant GameStop strategy? Oh no, the market's outperformed you by a lot, and the market has gained over the last 5 years, where you are down at minimum 3%. And that's what the numbers you give. I don't trust those numbers, if I'm being honest. I don't trust what Marantz has shown in terms of his portfolio. I think he's lost more than he lets on. That's just my opinion, though.
Right, so when the market does take a downturn, which it hasn't done in about 16 years, something crazy, you'll see where we're at right now. There's valuations, right? So metrics that you measure companies on. And right now, there's only a handful of companies that are not measured correctly. And those are the ones you want to be in. That's GameStop. There's no such thing as you're going to fail, you're going to lose. I can't lose. I can't lose because...
No investment is a guarantee. Zero investments are guaranteed.
Math is math. Do you get that? Like, your feelings don't give a shit. Math does not give a damn about your feelings. The math
Agreed?
is GameStop has about $21 to $22 cash per share coming up. And the market cap puts it in at what's it today? $25 a share? You mean to tell me I could buy the company of GameStop for $3 plus cash? You're crazy. They generate too much in profits. They generate $500 million.
What? Is he confusing revenue with profits again?
Literally a P ratio of 6 on the company in addition to the cash. So, yeah, no, you're crazy. It's the best.
Altered Undying says, Hannah, please stop me from making waifu versions of meme stock companies. You'd probably make a lot of money. Throw together some shitty AMC waifu pillow, a GameStop one. Ooh, the GameStop one should be kind of referencing the bunny mascot, so it can have, like, bunny ears or whatever. These people are into that kind of shit. I'm just saying. There you go. That one's for free. I'll only take 5% off the top for that idea. Rick M says an investment in Hannah Reloaded is a guaranteed winner. I don't know about that, but I'll take your money. I'll use it to pay bills.
Investment in the whole damn wide world. They make profits. They have a stack full of cash. You're gonna like name all the retail companies in the world, right? Watch this. You name Amazon, you name Costco, you name CVS. Okay, those three in particular.
Do you think though you said name all the retail companies in the world? I assume you meant name a few, because that's not all of them in the world. That's 3 companies.
And I'll even give you Walmart. As much cash as GameStop. But GameStop's going to have more cash than all of them in about a year or two. So...
Great, what are they going to do with it? That's fine that they have cash, Marantz. That's, in theory, good. What do you do with it? What are they going to do with it? They're going to sit on it. Because when Ryan Cohen eventually decides he wants to cash out, he needs the book value to be as high as possible so he can cash out at the highest share price he possibly can. So that's fun.
What are you going to do? I'm serious. GameStop's going to have as much cash as Costco in a year. Like, does that...
Cool. Are they going to have a profitable business model like Costco? Because I think that'd be the impressive thing.
Blow anybody's mind? Am I the only one who's just like, wow? And it's because they make so much money. They're so efficient. That it's such a well-run machine. They have the best leaders in the world. Their CEO's the best in the company, in the world. Their CFO, their board of directors, everybody's the best in the world. Okay? And that was a trick comment, by the way, because there is no CFO. But they have the most dollars per man hour, basically, cranking out right now for efficiency. And like tangible dollars, not mark-to-market accounting or anything like that. Like, for people who say you need to diversify, you guys are ridiculous. You guys don't know anything. You need to know about 5 good companies in your lifetime, and you'll be a billionaire, right? Stop.
That's such bad advice. What are you talking about? Why is everything a get-rich-easy scheme? Bear in mind I said easy, not quick. Life is not that. Life is not all you gotta do is make 5 good decisions and you're a billionaire. That's not how anything works. That's delusional.
Stop settling for millions, but you'll be a billionaire. So some of us, millionaires, cool. Got a nice house, got cars, got a family, got a...
Are you a millionaire? Do you have a nice house and a nice car that you bought off your stock winnings, Marantz? Or are you just wish casting again?
Savings, got all that shit.
That's a trick question. Fennikagami says, Marantz, any day now, the government can ban a business or seize its assets, or whatever. This was always the case. If Trump sends the wrong tweet, it'll destroy GameStop. You're delusional. You don't know how this works. You can always lose.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, when...
I'd argue they've already done some stuff to damage it. Tariffs cannot be good for GameStop, who are primarily selling plastic crap produced in the developing world, right? Funko Pops, video game consoles, bunch of other plastic, gimmicky, tchotchke crap action figures, cheap t-shirts, keychains, Pokemon merchandise, trading cards. I assume these are all things that are manufactured primarily outside of the United States. I'm not as sure about trading cards. I don't know where those tend to get printed, but like, the tariff thing could not be helping GameStop.
When the market crashes and corrects, because it will, you don't have access to cash.
Most video game cases and discs are made in Mexico. That's actually true for Blu-rays too. If I pick a random one off this shelf, there's a decent chance. Let me see, does it say made in Mexico on here? It does sometimes. It doesn't actually say on the printing of this one, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Huge amount of, like, discs and cases are made in Mexico.
You don't have access to borrowing money because
Wait, Hannah has Blu-rays? I know, I never mention it. It's easy to miss.
it'll be like COVID, where banks won't let you get the money. They'll be like, we don't have a loan department right now. There's no businesses open. Now, after COVID, everybody was able to borrow, right? But for the time being, when the
Solus says, been listening to this. Is a lot of wish casting a sort of desperation? The people on this GameStop train more hoping than anything substantial? Oh yeah, it's always been like that, but especially at this point where it's been years since anything substantial has happened that actually materially helps their cause. It's all become dogma and mythology, and like, it's become so inundated with like, they've always had shibboleths, but it's just like the same talking points over and over, distilled over years. It's like they think if they can just repeat these ideas enough, it'll manifest.
the market's the lowest it can be, you won't
Will the puppet ever appear in my edited content? If it calls for it. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to it, but if I have an idea, I'd use it.
be able to get money. So what you want to do is you want to invest into companies that have money. That's the whole point.
You want to invest in companies that have money. You actually want to invest in companies that make money, because that's what a business is that you're investing in, is fundamentally, it's a machine that's supposed to produce a profit in some way, right? That's the fundamental idea, is you want a company that takes a little money and turns it into more money by providing a good or service. At least fundamentally, right? Not just, look, I invested in a pile of inert cash. Because that's not a machine that makes money. That's a pile of money, which is actively doing nothing unless you do something with it. And that's an opportunity cost that you're losing. What doesn't he get about this?
You are then an extension of their balance sheet. So if a company is sitting there with $10 billion to invest into the market while the market is hitting an all-time low, your investment has 10 billion, you essentially have 10 billion. That's how many X's you just might get onto your market. And you'll figure it out, guys. You guys all figure it out. You guys are all just lame ducks. You guys are just sitting there thinking the market's so easy, I get to win. Never been through a recession.
Marantz, people taking the advice that you were scoffing at would make money. You have lost money. You lose. Hey Ash, how's it going?
Bunch of shit, bros. I got a bunch of 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds trying to tell me about the market, and I'm just looking at you. You've never been laid off. You've never had a car repossessed. You've been through 2 divorces. You've been through some shit, then you can talk to me.
Do you think that the number of bad decisions you make makes you smarter? What? Why did you bring up divorces in a financial conversation? You think you need to be divorced twice to understand the stock market? What in the world?
You've been through a real, 2 bankruptcies, then you can talk to me. If you've never been through the ringer, don't come talk.
I only want to talk about finances with people who are demonstrably bad at finances. That's a very meme stock guy thing to say.
Me, bro. I'm not the guy. I'm the grown man. That's the difference here. All right, whatever. I'm done. I'll play some basketball. Feel good about my day. But yeah, don't try to scare people, man. It's not gonna work. It's GameStop or nothing. Seriously, guys, GameStop. Only company I'll ever buy. Pretty much for the rest of my life. I'm pretty confident on this. It's all I'm ever gonna buy. I mean, as long as that leadership's there, I'm buying it all. They're the best. Peace.
Can I explain to you guys how excited I am for the day that Ryan Cohen chooses to leave GameStop? It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and when we come back, Marantz will laugh at someone who says they lost $4,000 because they followed Marantz's advice, and Marantz is gonna laugh in their face about it. So anyway, while I'm gone, Cher will tell you about the Philadelphia experiment. Be right back. Boop. Green guy with a $3 tip says if the number of mistakes equaled intelligence, then I would be of average intelligence, but I'll tell you what, I know some people from Florida that would be geniuses. Florida would basically be the Mensa state. Fennikagami says Ryan Cohen leaving GameStop is Hannah's rapture. My thing will happen eventually, though, so it's got that going for it, which is good. Chair said there weren't enough cheesesteaks or eagles in the movie. I'd agree. Not enough cheesesteaks. Time travel, though, so that's good. All right. So here he is laughing at someone claiming they lost $4,000 following his financial advice.
Have you ever just laughed out loud, like while you're reading something? I'm laughing out loud, bro. Check out this guy right here. He says, dude, I've never even heard of this guy, okay?
Oh, the fake laughing is incredibly obnoxious, too. Marantz, I hate when people do this, when you're trying to, like, diminish what someone else is doing, so you do a fake laugh. Like, it's fine to really laugh at something, kind of regardless of what it is. If you laugh, you laugh. It's an autonomic response. This doesn't feel like that, though. This is like when you see someone trying to, like, show off or be like, I don't care, haha! It's a bad fake laugh. This was posted yesterday. This is after he lost his job. Yes, he posted this video yesterday.
Dude, first found your videos Googling and researching GME. Love the hype and bought into your passion and belief in this stock. Bought hard. Well, now I'm down nearly 4K and got screwed. You're making a difference in a bad way. You and all the other people out there preaching this nonsense. These guys are not only screwing shorts, but the believers as well. F GameStop. Bro. I almost busted out laughing.
Okay, let's look at this from two different angles. Let's look at the generous angle first. The most generous interpretation of this that I can imagine is that Marantz is in denial that he has not only possibly, but definitely harmed people, right? Like the advice, and I know he says not financial advice, it doesn't matter, it's the intent was to get people to buy GameStop. He himself would have to admit that the point of his videos is to try and advertise effectively to get people interested in buying GameStop stock. That is his express purpose in his channel. And through those actions, even though I don't find him to be a particularly convincing pitch man, there's a lot of people out there. Some people have taken his advice. Whether he considers that advice implicit or explicit is irrelevant. It was advice nonetheless. Those people have been damaged because of that. Marantz has also been damaged because of that, along with his family. Maybe he doesn't want to admit that he has done this to other people as well as himself, so as a defense mechanism, he needs to turn it into a joke and be like, what are you talking about? I don't know. That's the most generous I can be about it, is hoping that he is in denial about the reality of the situation. Because the less generous interpretation is, he's just a narcissist that doesn't care that he hurts other people through his terrible advice. It's one or the other. It can't, it's gotta be, right? Hydrate.
I did bust out laughing. Oh, man. And Matthew Simpson. Don't ever invest another day in your life. Please don't. Yeah. If you really watch my videos and you're doing your own research, then maybe you'd understand just how valuable GameStop is.
He just said he lost $4,000, Marantz. So to him it would be negative value demonstrably. So I think he knows what GameStop is worth. To him, it's worth negative $4,000.
And how no one covers GameStop. So for you to say...
You cover GameStop, which led to people buying it, which led to this man losing $4,000.
There's a bunch of people love the hype and bought into your passion and belief in this stock. I mean, who are you talking about? We're a cult, dude. It's GameStop cult, okay? That means GameStop can do no wrong. Just follow them blindly. Put your money in. Lose it all. That's how you invest. I thought you knew. You buy the top, sell at the bottom.
Saying things you actually believe in a facetious manner doesn't make it less sad.
You're down $4,000. Hilarious. I mean, how? When did you buy? The price has been $23 like the whole year. Like, I don't understand how you're down $4,000. Well, who cares?
Because he listened to your advice, Marantz. That's why he's down $4,000. Because of you.
Maybe you bought a lot. But I mean, $4,000, that's what you're mad about? But you probably wasted that $4,000 doing something different, you know? Like playing.
Yeah, sure, maybe you lost $4,000 because of me, but you would have thrown it away anyway. What?
Video games and gambling at a casino and, I don't know, buying Pokemon cards.
Look at how dismissive he is.
Oh, bro, I'll troll you all day.
Can't say that,
It's
Mr.
hilarious
Duck
to me.
Sauce.
Blaming me for your losses. Let's see. I make a channel and I say GameStop's the best investment ever. It's extremely undervalued. They are doing mass manipulation on all fronts. There must be an enormous amount of swaps against it because they're not letting it run. They keep it pinned down to the ground where it's at.
The stock is not pinned to the ground. It is actually overinflated for what the business is. And I know Marantz would scoff at that comment, but it's true. GameStop is still overpriced. Its enterprise value is shit.
The TA is fundamental and it's elementary actually, where you can read it, you can see it, and it's happening in real time. Might even take you months or years, wouldn't matter. Just means you need to get more. I've tripled down on my investment.
And you're still down. So your advice to this guy who lost $4,000 because of your advice is to double down on the same advice. Hashtag not financial advice, am I right?
Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I've been buying it every day for the last 4.5 years. So, yeah, I'm okay with it. So if I'm okay with losing money and talking about something I believe in, how am I driving you in a bad way? I mean, you have to buy GameStop. Did I do that? No, I didn't.
That is so disingenuous, and I hate it so much. Did I put a gun to your head? No one said that, Marantz. He said he took your advice. That's the entire purpose of your videos. No matter how many times you say, not financial advice, the entire purpose of your videos is to be a persuasive argument to buy GameStop. You succeeded in that with this man. He put his money in, just like you said he should. He lost money, thousands of dollars, and now you're mocking him to his face for listening to you. Is that a good look? Do you think that that's a kind thing to do? Do you think that that's a humble thing to do? Do you think maybe now would have been a good moment to recognize the things you have done, not only to your own family, but to the families of other people, and looking yourself in the mirror and maybe changing course? Instead, you have chosen to look at this man who has told you you have harmed him and mock him on the internet. I don't think that's very nice. But what do I know? Lennon Cat with 40 bits says, I'm curious if he means tripled my investment, as I have 3 times as many shares and not like the actual value. That's a good question. I think the actual number of shares. Skifazoa with 100 bits says, didn't he also make a video where he gave shares of GME to people? No, he didn't give shares of GME to people. He gave, like, products and stuff to try and get people to go to GameStop.
I told you what I'm doing. And it's still great. Just wait. Or don't. Or don't. Good luck to you, brother. Peace.
What a I'm fine. I'm calm. Serenity now. Serenity now. It's fine. It's fine.
Winners and losers. Are you paying attention? This market is doing something that I've never seen done before, and I want to talk about it. Gold is at an all-time high, which is okay for gold to be an all-time high if the market was at a true all-time high, which I don't feel the market's at a true all-time high. I think it's a manufactured high, and that manufactured high is prevalent because of share.
It's a bubble. Manufactured implies a shady room full of people going, we're gonna do this thing. And you could certainly argue that certain sectors of the economy are pretty close to that. For instance, like ChatGPT's parent company, OpenAI, and NVIDIA kind of openly doing round tripping on their revenue. Sure. More so, though, it's a bubble in that a lot of people have locked themselves into incentive sets that kind of make this have to go until it pops. It's not like a top-down group of people directing this as much as it is competing interests, all with incentive sets that are leading everyone inexorably towards a bad place off of a cliff. Fenekagami with 40 bits says, I hate people like this, and the internet is full of them. Listen to me. I'm the smartest. Why don't you guys listen to me? You're idiots if you don't listen. Oh, consequences for my words? You idiots, I was joking. I'm an idiot. No one would listen to me. It's birthday boy shit. Yeah, it's not great. It ain't great. That's why I'm consistent in saying no one should listen to me ever. But if someone did do something because I had told them to do it, I would certainly take responsibility for that.
Share buybacks. I also think it has a lot to do with circular finance is what they're calling it now. I mean, we were calling it round tripping for the last 2 years, but circular finance, where companies are investing into other companies who are in turn investing back into them.
Homoerotic race car, thanks for a 10-stream streak, says, I miss a lot of streams, but I somehow have a streak. Flabbergasted. Weird.
And maybe it's a little bit more complex than that. Like, I've shown one of these flow charts to show you where the money goes and where it came from, but I've been paying attention to this for like 2 years now, and sounding the whistles and the alarms, posting on Twitter, going into chat channels and telling people, hey, Nvidia's not.
I told you the earth was round. Was that a lie? Maybe, but it's an important lie that holds the fabric of reality together. So don't tell anyone.
That money's not theirs. It's not real, or whatever, The pent-up demand doesn't make sense. Like, and then you see the winners versus the losers. And I'll explain that part too right now. That's why I say it. Because private equity is a part of this market that no one pays attention to. And the minute you say it, it's like a buzzword. It's like, oh, you want to blame private equity for everything. It's like, no, I'm blaming private equity for what it's doing. Like, legitimately. Like, they lost on some investments and they don't want to take the loss. So, like, if you guys don't know, they lost on GameStop. Holy shit. And they don't want to take the loss. So what do? They go and pull all the coverage. Like, imagine if you were in control of the media, you're in control of the market itself and the rating agencies. You're in control of everything. Just imagine if you had full control. And you lost on a bet. And you go, damn it, I lost. Well, we don't want to admit defeat. We don't have to pay it because we have collateral. So no one's margin called you to close your position because you have collateral. And your collateral is manufactured. Like, literally manufactured. So I know people are seeing like the whole picture, like the whole market, but they're not seeing the whole picture. They're not seeing the winning trade. The winning trade's right here in front of you. Like, think about it like this, guys. And this is not imagination. This is like so true. So when you see companies fail and lose, you see the one company that they bet to win. They're called category killers, right? So I give you this example, Amazon.
Right. Well, no, Amazon's not is he doing this thing again? Using category killers in a weird way? Bed Bath & Beyond was a category killer in that, and I'm talking about when it first came around and killed a bunch of other stores, not now, when it itself died. GameStop was a category killer. Basically, they come in as a franchise and they absorb or destroy every other business in the area that's selling the same kinds of goods. That's a category killer. He uses it to describe Amazon, though, which is a completely different thing that's even above category killer. That's wiped out retail, like, across the board. That's not a category killer, it's like a clade killer. It's, like, crazy.
Amazon is meant to win, okay? And we found this out when we interviewed a guy by the name of Laser Haas. Laser says, hey, Marantz, I came up with this idea to sell toys online, but they took my idea, gave it to Amazon, who was selling books online. They gave my idea to them because they didn't want Toys R Us to win. They wanted Toys R Us to go bankrupt.
I'm sorry, you think someone needed to steal an idea to sell toys online when they were already selling other things online? That doesn't make any sense. You think you invented the concept of selling toys online because you had the idea?
They already had torn it apart and carved it out. Well, Laser Haas was a partnership with Toys R Us and all private equities at Toys R Us carving out assets. Cool. So now you understand. Amazon's the winner. So as every company has gone bankrupt from then until now, Amazon's winning, right? Amazon's winning the e-commerce front. But then you have the physical retail front. You have Costco. Costco wins. And then you go, okay, well maybe Costco.
Ever since he lost his job at Costco, he's gotten a weird... Can I say he's butthurt about Costco? He's very upset about Costco, and it's coming across as insecure. It's coming across very, you can't fire me, I quit. Fuck you, Costco.
Costco can't sell everything because it's only so many square feet, and they have, so many departments and categories and SKUs, and they only carry 4,400 SKUs. So you go, okay, well, who's going to sell the other products that we're winning on? Well, look at Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods is the winner. Dick's consolidates all the sporting goods categories. All the categories, that category is killed. And to give you proof of it, look at Foot Locker. Foot Locker just had to merge and...
Green Guy says, Hannah, are you going to turn on your Amazon wish list so we can buy you Christmas gifts? Maybe. It depends. I don't know. Honestly, if you're going to do anything, I'd rather you help with the tip goal. Like, I know, like, gifts are gifts, and that's great, but, like, I already have a lot of Blu-rays. You know? Money for bills is always helpful, though, as an adult. It's like socks, but you actually like it. Although I like socks, so that's a bad example.
Sell out 2 dicks. And they actually set that up. Private equity did, because they sent in their guys to the board of directors of Foot Locker and carved it up for them on a T. CVS. CVS wins the pharmacy award. So CVS is winning on all fronts of pharmacy. I know they just filed bankruptcy for one of their holding companies, but Rite Aid is gone. Rite Aid got broken apart and closed permanently because of CVS, because they're the winners. And Rite Aid had infiltration, right? They had Teffer, and her name was Teffer. I can't remember her first name right now. Cindy Teffer or something like that. But she came from GameStop.
Does this guy have a Series 7 and Series 63 license? There are rules of giving financial advice. No, he doesn't. He just does this.
And it's wild, huh?
He is not a licensed financial advisor in any way.
Everybody comes from GameStop, and it's always connecting to GameStop. And people don't understand what GameStop was. GameStop was a company that's supposed to go bankrupt, and that category is supposed to get filled up by the winners. And there's no demand for physical retail, so GameStop invented a demand for collectibles, right, with their partnerships with PSA graded cards and to sell Pokemon cards. And
I cannot wait. And, like, I don't really have an opinion one way or another on, like, trading cards. I'm happy for people to like them. Like, it's a whole hobby that's not my thing, but I respect it a lot. The closest thing to trading cards that I like are stuff like the Topps, Garbage Pail Kids cards, Mars Attacks, Dinosaurs Attacks, those kind of cards. I don't really like trading cards in the sports or Pokemon sense. Not my thing. But it's cool. I get why people like it. I will say, I am excited for the current fad of it to kind of die down, because right now Marantz and GameStop are putting so many chips on PSA cards and Pokemon cards and sports cards. And once the market starts to dip more, the economy's already not doing great for people. You know, the stock market's still holding up, you know, based on some sticks and tape that they've kind of holding it up by at this point. But, like, the actual, you know, people who work and stuff, not doing great. Everything's super expensive. So I am wondering if the trading card market will slow down a little bit, because so many people are trying to speculate, and that feels like a bubble. And then GameStop's going to have so much money into all this inventory of Pokemon cards, and all of a sudden the price is going to be cut by, like, 2/3 or something.
Aside from just selling video games and consoles, which everyone does apparently, you know, Walmart, and Amazon, and Best Buy. So when you think about, like, who are the winners and who are the losers, now pay attention to what I'm telling you right now. Right now, the winners are anybody with an AI name, identity. We do artificial intelligence. We do AI. So you get crazy value. Everybody backs you. But they have to pump you because, as you know now, mass media is catching on to the circular finance innuendo. Like, so we said this 2 years ago. We were like, oh yeah, it's what we call, and then somebody made fun of me on this one because they were like, what do you mean? You don't even know what round tripping is. I go, they're round tripping. And I got that term and heard it based off of what Enron was doing. Because when you actually do mark-to-market accounting, which
I find that so interesting that Marantz will... He has points that are not untrue, like when he points out problems going on with NVIDIA and sort of the weird incestuous relationships going on between, like, NVIDIA and the AI companies and a lot of that going around. He's not wrong. That is fucked up. It's blatant corruption out in the open, and I get that, but then how does he always turn it around and make it about GameStop? I don't get it.
A lot of companies are doing right now to fluff the books, to make the investors feel like, oh my God, there's so much demand and there's so much money coming in. And that's the hardest part. The hardest part is that nothing is concrete, nothing's tangible. So like a company like Palantir does they do mark-to-market accounting, and they don't have enough customers each year to show you, like, hey, this is how big we're going to be.
So they try to like pile it all in. They'll give you a headline. They'll be like, the Army just signed a $10 billion deal with Palantir, and they're like, for the next 5 years. So you're like, oh, or the next 10 years. You're like, oh, $1 billion a year? Like, what's that on revenue? That's not like earth shattering. It's a 25% increase. But what had happened? You heard 10 billion, and then you go get a market cap of 450 billion.
No, and Wolf Glenn, he's trying to use that as an example of a bad business practice, which is true. He's saying Nvidia's doing it.
And they're trading at 500 PE ratio. Like, it's a godly amount. It doesn't make sense. So you're like, okay, what's the next one? So when you go out there and you see what happened with Nvidia. Nvidia is the #1 company in the world, guys. And they're mark-to-market accounting. They're counting the demand, the so-called demand for their chips. They're counting it total revenue up front. There's no hanging chad here. There's no, hey, we're only going to put 25% of this revenue here.
All right, I'm going to switch videos. The ratio of GameStop to other stuff is not as interesting in that video. Let's see what else we got. I'm scared to look at his live streams, because in his videos section, it doesn't appear like he's been doing videos where he is doing the, what do they call it? The online power packs deal.
Holy shit.
If I scrub through this, he's not doing power packs, is he? Oh, fuck. You idiot! You moron! What are you doing? You have a family, you fucker!
I want to offer.
Are you fucking
Let me see what they're offering here today. We're looking at some of these cards. Ooh, yeah, for platinum, I went for it. You guys saw it. It didn't happen. Gold.
He is unemployed. He does not have a job. He is pulling money out of his 401k to buy GameStop, and he's also giving them money by pulling on the trading card slot machine.
Gold.
Ultra Undying says, Hannah, with a link. Is this for the waifu pillow? It's beautiful. Truly beautiful.
Cool. Any of these cards I like, they're all a little different. Like, no. Ooh, I like this card. Wow. PSA 6. But I like
That's not even great.
Umbreon, guys.
You just like it because it's got a $1,500 value. Just say you want money.
He's my black cat. He's Binks. Right there, Moonbreon, my boy. So, this is my favorite one. Let's see what I got here. No. Ooh, Bubble Mew. Dude was selling that raw, not even graded, raw, $700 at the show. That one guy who had everything overvalued.
These are chase cards, by the way. These are basically the jackpot that you can get, and he's just looking at the jackpots.
Dude, what is that, French? Oh, it's a French Bubble Mew. I was like, I can't even read it. Oh, man, no, I'm good, bro. Yeah, French.
Acting like he even gives a shit about what's on the cards.
Oof. How about here? Look at that. See, some tag team cards. Pikachu. Wow. Jengar, yeah. Look at that.
Jengar! It's so good when he pretends like he's into this shit, instead of it just being an avenue to gamble in a way that he can easily hide from his wife, and frankly, probably put on a credit card. Jengar! My favorite Pokemon! Jengar! Marantz. It's Gengar. It's Gengar. Holy fuck.
People like this one, I guess. Me, I don't care. I want that one, but not a 9. I want a 10, bro. Oh. Look at these cards. Tag team right there. That's a nice card, tag team. Blastos right there.
Blastos! Guys, he's really into Pokemon, okay? He's so into it. That's one of the, like, that's the evolution of one of the starters. You can't even excuse that. Like, I would get maybe if it was one of the, like, you know, ones that no one ever uses. Blastoise is one of the most popular Pokemon. Come on, dude. That's so bad.
Psyduck and Slowpoke. Yep. Tag team, not bad. Yeah, so there's the cards, guys. See what we can do today. Let's see if we can do something. Let's go for it.
This is so nice because normally I'd have to go to the casino to watch gambling addicts ruin their lives.
All right. Ninetales, PSA 8, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But at least we get another spin out of it, so.
Not really, though, because the amount they're offering you is less than it costs for one spin. So it's subsidizing, but like also you spent money on this, so it's not really subsidizing. It's money you spent already. God, it's a slot machine. It's a slot machine. I wish I could help people so bad. You know how desperately I wish I could help people instead of this? Ultimate Undying says, speaking of Pokemon, did you know the studio who does Wallace and Gromit are doing Pokemon shorts? Oh, that's cool. I like them.
I'll take it because I have money in the bank. That's the only reason why I'll take it.
If you're selling it back, don't they control the pricing? Like, is there no way to make money this way? In theory, you can get cards that are worth more than you pay, and they're basing the pricing off the eBay price. It's like an aggregate of the most recent eBay sales for that specific card.
Let's go for it. So that little guy comes up and says, "We got your money's there," but then
I should say they post the odds, and the odds are not in your favor. You're most likely to get a card that is either of equal or lesser value to what you put in. Because again, it's gambling. It's a slot machine. You're supposed to lose money. As far as the business is concerned, you're not supposed to make money. It's not how they're making money. You need to lose money for them to make money on this.
money doesn't show up. So I think I need to click on the little guy. There we go, right there. Buy a pack. Thanks, boom. So that probably resets it if you do it that way. All right, cool. Let's go use the power pack money. All right, here's my power pack money, guys. Let's go get it. Okay.
Little slot machine animation to make your brain go burr. I presume if you're a gambling addict, this animation must be better than sex.
All right. No.
When did he stop working at Costco? I think in the last month. I don't know the exact date.
My God. Oh,
oh womp womp.
My God. That. I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
Immediately accepting the buyback. Every time he's losing money, every time he does this, he just keeps doing it.
Holy shit. All right, guys. So I will be, whatever this card is, more than likely I'm going to keep it. It's going to go to the vault.
Just one more pull. Just one more pull, baby. The jackpot's due sooner or later.
See what we got. Let's see what we get. We're going to have a whole bunch of stack full of cards.
Is this Counter-Strike Go gambling for Pokemon the trading card game? Basically, yes. Yep. They're loot boxes, but the loot is random graded cards.
Nobody wants from GameStop. We're going to keep them. I don't care one bit. 69.
And most of them are cards that make no sense to slab. Like, how do I put this? Like, have you ever been in a comic book shop? This is only relatable if you go to comic book shops, and you see a comic book that's been put in a slab, and you're just like, why did you slab that? It's like that. There's probably a word for this. Cards being, like, graded that have no business being graded because no one would want them in that way. It's just like a normal pull, but someone spent the money because they're dumb, or because they're a speculative asshole who thinks they're going to make money on it someday.
9 cents in the wallet. Keep it there, bro.
Do they charge storage fees for the vault? I believe there are fees involved. If you want to pull stuff out of the vault, you have to pay shipping, and I think there's like a $5 fee or something like that.
Oh, I missed the music. There we go. It doesn't matter. Persian art rare. Wow. Double the value, bro.
That's what's so interesting about gambling addictions to me. It's almost like there's selective amnesia, right? Like, he can lose $100, but then the second he gets one where he wins $25, it's like he forgot all the money he wasted to get there. So he's like, "Oh, I'm up $25," and it's like, "You're not, though. You lost way more money to get here." You know what I mean? It's so interesting how selectively they remember their wins and losses. I've been watching documentaries on YouTube about bingo addicts. I didn't know about this, but especially in Canada, there are all these bingo parlors, and it's effectively just legalized gambling, and low-income people go in and they're just addicted to the bingo because there's cash prizes. Like, it's really sad. After this video, like, look up bingo documentaries on YouTube. There's like 3 or 4. They're pretty interesting.
Wow.
Is there some kind of NFT-ification of these cards? No, they are just trading cards that have been slabbed.
Look at that card. $50. Oh, man. Yep, we'll take that. Now we're going to keep going.
You said that was gonna be it! He said that was gonna be it! How does his wife put up with this? I'd lose my mind immediately. I'd lose it. Like, this is insane. This is like, and I feel for him. I know this is an addiction. I understand that. Like, but he needs help. He needs to recognize that this is a problem. Whew. Terradona says, the one-armed bandit, but instead of getting cash, you get trading cards of dubious value. Big oof. What if they made this for Blu-rays? I'd be in trouble. As it turns out, human beings are incredibly susceptible to this kind of thing. A Skinner box with a random interval? Yeah, that's the perfect that's the perfect recipe for you to get addicted. Ah.
Buy another pack. Yeah, why not? We're here. Life is here. This is all helping out GameStop, by the way, guys. I don't care. Look at this. What do we get? Growlithe 8. Ooh, shit. Oh my god, this is brutal, bros.
Like, it's like he was happy for 5 seconds with the card that was worth double what the buy-in was. Goes right back to being depressed and just pulling the lever. Just gotta pull the lever one more time. This time we'll do it. Just chasing a fleeting moment of excitement. God, I want to watch Uncut Gems so bad right now. Has anyone seen Uncut Gems? This is a lot like that. But I don't think this is going to get put in the Criterion collection. Though I wish it would. Anyway.
Brutal! Oh, yeah. Let's go get it. $32. Let's go. Another one. It's all power. It's all in the power pack balance.
Altered Undying says, I have dropped Game S-Chan in the Discord. Join the Discord. Wait, Game S-Chan. I don't understand.
It's just music.
Oh, that's what you're calling the waifu. Duh. I'm an idiot. Yes, join the Discord if you would like to see the GameStop mascot waifu.
You buy a card, you sell a card. You buy a card, you sell a card. You buy a card, you sell.
And then they'll later get the cards delivered to them, right? Unless they don't want them? Correct.
Sell a card.
I think you pay a shipping fee, something like that.
That's it.
But to be clear, what he usually does is he sells them back immediately, and then they repackage them to put in someone else's slot machine. So he's basically just giving them money to facilitate the gambling.
Helping out with the revenue.
Wow, he's just going.
No.
Evolving Skies, $18. It's not going to be enough. Watch this. Watch. 16. Nope. Cancel. So I will be keeping this. Hold for now. Hold for now. So that one's going to stay in the pocket. Good job today. Good job. That's what we ended up keeping. Zaina. I think that's her name. Zina? Zaina? Zanina? I don't know. Sounds like Grandma Nina.
Zinnia?
I'm going to keep that card.
I don't even know that character. I don't. I'm not like the biggest Pokemon fan in the world, but I think I can read that phonetically. Zinnia?
There you go. Just collection, guys. Just keep it going. I'm not worried about it. But having fun on GameStop. This is why I say GameStop is growing, by the way. Maybe from us. Let's go see what the update is on the website, on the YOLO. We're down 3%.
Goes from losing a slot machine 6 times in a row. All right, let's look at my portfolio. Oh, it's all red. Oh, no. Why would you distill your failure like this for consumption? What in the world?
Man, that sucks. Oh, no. Don't care. GameStop,
Okay.
we're going up against today. Did I find another company I want to go up against? I thought I did. I haven't looked at it yet. You know, obviously, I'm just scrolling. I'm looking for I want to look for retail companies. I didn't want to, because I'm tired of going up against other things and other companies. And Decker Brands, you know, that's a big one. They just got in the S&P 500. That means they have the measurables.
What does he mean go up against? He means he's not actually good at stock analysis and he only covers one stock, so he needs to spend part of his live streams going, I don't know, let's click on this company. And I'll opine about how I think GameStop is better than this company for 20 minutes.
Monsters.
He's down $19 in power packs, and that's just what we saw. That's just what we saw this stream.
You know, them and Best Buy competition, but let's do Deckard Brands. I don't mind going up against the big boys. Deck's a good company, guys. I'm not going to shy away from it, but let's see how they compare to GameStop. This is
all right. We definitely don't need to see that. That's for sure.
So
does he do that often? He's not doing this every stream, right? At least, hopefully. Oh, you fucker! You fucker! You fucking fuck!
So we're here at Power Packs, okay? And you can buy. Let's see. We're gonna do.
I'm mad for his wife. I am mad for his wife.
A gold, okay? I'll do a gold Power Pack. Fine, it's my anniversary. We're gonna celebrate our anniversary right now and do a gold Power Pack.
Oh, he's gonna celebrate he and his wife's anniversary by him blowing $100 on a trading card while he's unemployed.
Okay. And you can buy, let's see, we're going to do a gold, okay? I'll do a gold Power Pack. Fine, it's my anniversary. We're going to celebrate our anniversary right now and do a gold Power Pack, okay?
Wait, it wasn't even tomorrow? This was the day of his anniversary? Oh, fuck.
Shout out to the wifey. I don't know if she's around. Maybe we're going to do this.
Maybe, if you're going to spend money on anything, go out to dinner, get a babysitter, because I think they have kids. I could be wrong. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But, go out to a nice meal. $100 is enough that you could go out and, get, you know, it's not going to be the highest end restaurant in the world, but, you know, better than Applebee's, you know, some, mid-tier, so, you know, a local place. Get
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to see, it depends how good it is. No matter how good it is.
Yeah,
okay?
they could go to Outback and get a bloomin' onion. I love a bloomin' onion.
No matter how good it is, let's see how many spins we can get out of this gold pack. Check out the revenue. Let's go.
Check out the revenue, a.k.a. look at me throw money at Ryan Cohen for no reason. This is the worst because it's like imagine if you were a gambling addict and you had invested in a casino and you added it to your justifications for gambling, which you already have plenty of as a gambling addict, but now on top of that, you can go, well, at least I'm invested in the business I'm invested in. Every time I lose, it's still helping the casino. That's not how anything works. You are not helping GameStop by you as an individual destroying your finances. That's crazy.
Okay? No matter how good it is. It means if it's an $800 card, we're going to keep spinning. All right, here you go. Boom, Alakazam, PSA 8, trash card.
Oh, he lost 40. Oh, he lost over half of that. They're saying he spent 100. The value they're citing is 55, and he can sell it back to them right now for $49.50. He lost $50.50. He could have just gone to dinner.
Okay, trash card, sell it right back. Not a problem. There's one.
Not a problem. Just blew $50. Not a problem. We live very different lives. Blowing $50 is not nothing for me. I know. Is he married? Yes, he's married. For some reason. Does she know that she doesn't have to accept this? This is absurd. He was recently fired. He was fired recently, and he's doing this.
Spin. Okay, you guys pay attention. Buy another pack.
Oh, good.
So
more.
the cash will show up right now in my wallet. By the way, I haven't taken these offers off of these cards here. 27, no thank you. While the money gets back to my wallet. There it is, 46. 19, no thank you.
All the money does not get back to your wallet.
It's just going to stay there.
The value evaporates because you were paying for a speculative thing.
So, go back to the packs. We're going to open up another one.
Silver?
We're going to open up a starter.
Okay, he went back to 25.
Let's go. So that's 125 already. 125 bucks of revenue generated spinning for cards. I'm okay with it because I'm doing it to prove a point to you guys. There we go. Weak ass card, PSA 8, 2006. Gets a little bit more money back. To me, that's a weak
So he made $1 on that one.
ass card, but apparently
He's only down $48, everyone.
has a little bit of value to it. Cool. Lost 57 cents. I could keep these cards. It'd be amazing.
Don't forget the taking an underage girl on a trip out of state. Yeah, that was a weird saga, wasn't it? That doesn't get talked about much these days.
Okay. Go back. We're going to spin another one right now. Let it warm up. Get back to it. Wherever the money shows up. Boom. There it is. Okay, cool. Your wallet grew. Your funds from buybacks are up.
What is that lore? There was a So there was a period of time where he was filming a lot of videos where he was giving away like GameStop merchandise and gift cards and stuff to children. And in order to film these videos, he brought with him a young woman. I don't remember exactly what her age was, but she was a lot younger than him, let's say. And I think he described it as mentoring her. And shortly after that, he got kicked out of his house, and his wife was gonna leave him. Then it was vague. It was some vague stuff. It was not good. It was not good.
Available now, ready to use. Oh, thank you so much. So
but then he stopped interacting with that young woman, and his wife forgave him, ?
It's new. See? I wouldn't even know that's really happening. So 125. So now this is 150. Right here, 150. 150. Let's see what we get. Oh, man. I have that card already.
Wow, it's gone up in value, huh? Hey, I got it. It was $15. It was $15. Now they give me 28, 24 immediate. I already have the card. 905. This is a whole
So for the sell value, you lost 16 cents on that one.
different one. I should collect them, huh? I should get that one sent to me. Oh, I like that card. Sell it right back. We're at 150 right now. Pay attention, guys. We got 50 more percent of dollars. 50% of the dollars have already gone over. Okay?
How
we
is
just
he,
spun again.
how is he calculating this?
Is that 150 total?
What does he mean 50% of the dollars?
Or 125? Or am I doing 150 right now? Who knows? I'm just going to keep spinning. I think it's 150 now. Yes, we talked about it. We talked about them getting delisted. Another card. Here we go. Decent card. PSA 10, Shiny Stars. Decent card. Perfect card.
Immediately lost $5. He's just like, again, it's like he's burning money up. I know this is repetitive, but I think the repetition really gets the point across that this is what he's doing. This is what he's choosing to do with his limited time and money.
How many spins is that, guys? Buy another card. Do you see? Look at this. How much revenue is generating for the company? 175.
Look at how much revenue I'm generating for the company by losing money while I'm unemployed.
Off of the 100. Just keep spinning. Got nowhere to go. Boom. Flareon trash. Oh, my God. That one's garbage. That's a garbage card right there. I've given it away. Buy another one.
He thinks the full amount is counted as revenue each time. That's not how gambling revenue is calculated. Oh, yeah, no. What? He thinks that every time he puts... Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, that's not how that works.
I'm not coming out of pocket on these cards here. I'm just showing you that you can spin.
I'm just showing you... I spent money on this, but I'm not out of pocket on it for some reason, because I said so. And I'm just showing you can do it, so let me lose more money.
Over and over. And we're already at $200. Thank you. They're figuring it out.
What does he think? It seems like he thinks that, like, let's say he puts $25 into the slot machine. He thinks that the entire $25 counts as revenue instead of understanding that it would be what he put in less the value of the thing that came out, basically. He's looking at gross instead of net, basically.
$200 on spins. Better hope you get something here, or else we're stuck with the card. Think about how much revenue is coming out of this for people that are spinning. Boom! And it's a 9. If that was a 10, I'm telling you now, I already know if that was a 10. It'd be a decent ass card, bro. Made a little bit
If this card was a different card, I sure wouldn't have lost as bad.
money back. Good job. Buy another pack. Keep going. We will not stop, can't stop, won't stop.
The fact that GameStop's slogan is "can't stop, won't stop," and it's currently being repeated by a gambling addict using their online slot machine. Again, if I wrote this, it would be hack. If I wrote this, I would expect someone to critique it and be like, this is on the nose. No? This is a little, you're no Jonathan Swift, I guess is what I'm saying. You can't just put it out there like that. You can't write reality like this and have me take it seriously, you know? Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, that's 225. That's a weak card, bro. That's $6. $13.
Skifazoa says, as of now, down $80.
So that card right there, I will be keeping.
I'll view in the collection. And so that's how that's how your cards work, guys, just so that we're clear. Keep the fire going.
This is just for illustrative purposes, guys. He doesn't have a problem.
How much on my Bo Jackson card? Pops, I don't know about no Bo Jackson card, Pops, but it's only bringing in new customers by generating more revenue from almost every customer. We need consumers
Should stop, better stop.
hooked on
Oh,
this.
I feel bad for him too. This sucks.
Yeah, they will be once they
Why did I choose this for a career?
learn about it.
I guess I kind of just fell into it. We really dive the banal depths of human suffering. And something about the banality of this particular suffering almost enhances it. I don't know. Sick shit.
I'm gonna do something different here. It's my anniversary. It's okay. Buy another pack. Man, I want to buy shares. I don't want to buy this.
Remember an hour ago when he was laughing at the guy who lost $4,000 because of what Marantz said? I do remember that. I do. His wedding anniversary, perfectly normal horse. He's doing this on his wedding anniversary. Well unemployed. Lennon Cat with 40 bits says, I spent $500 on spins. I have got $40 on wins. I'm up $40, I think is his logic. He's not counting his losses, and I understand what he means about tripling his investments. Quote, I bought one stock at 20. I bought even more, despite the decreasing prices, and now I have 60 stocks for $1 each. Fenekagami says, we live in a reality where our corrupt government says out loud, is it illegal for one of us to accept $50,000 for services rendered? We're so boned. We're so boned.
This platinum pack. What do you get from platinum? What could you get? Look at all these guys, bro. Oh, man. You mean to tell me I can get a $7,000 card? That is crazy, bro. Let's go do it. All right.
That's a $500 car. That's a $500 spin. That's a $500 spin on his anniversary. He just spent $500 on a slot machine on his anniversary while he's unemployed. He's pulling money out of his 401k. Existential dread. Existential dread.
Here we go, platinum. $10. Umbreon and Draco. What is that? And
Oh, he lost $110 if he resold it right now. In his head, did he think it's my anniversary? The universe has to give me a win, right? Why else would he do this? Why else would he do this?
Dakari. And I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. Without a doubt. PSA 10, keeping that.
Yeah, he's hoping the price will go up. Might just go down. From what I've seen, I was watching a video yesterday on this because it's tied to GameStop. Apparently the volume of Pokemon trading cards on eBay has started cooling, which could be indicative of a general slowdown in the speculative trading card market, which wouldn't be good for Marantz.
Hold for now. I'm not taking $390. It's $434. They're going to offer me a lot more. I could sell it online on eBay. I already know I can. I'm going to hang on to it.
Did he just call Darkrai Draco? Yeah, he doesn't know the names. He could not give less of a shit about Pokemon. This is just a slot machine for him.
Thank you for the. Yeah, we got it. You know, Bo knows this and Bo knows that, but Bo doesn't know Jack because Bo can't rap. That's an amazing card, guys. Umbreon. Look at that, bro. Oh, God, what a card, guys. What a card. If people know.
You don't know. What are you
I'm
talking
excited right now.
about?
I actually like the card a lot.
Yeah, you have to. You spent $500 on it. Do you feel like a dick?
When I sell that card, you'll know because I will get back every dollar you can imagine. That's a good
That's not how anything works.
card. And let me just go look at it really quick. I want to look at something
Yeah, it was a tag team card.
because you know I know my stuff. It's one of those things like when my boy Carter's Corner Pocket buys cards, he goes, "Bro, look at the price of this thing. It's just going up, 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 up." Yeah, see, sold for $500, sold for $650. That was in 922, so just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so you're trying to lowball me at 424, 370.
That doesn't mean that's what you're gonna get. That's not how eBay works.
Yeah, no way. I know it's going up. I'm just gonna chill. And look at the value of the ungraded has gone in the last year. Gone from $15 ungraded, $12.
It's like layers of gambling. Even when he loses, he thinks to himself, oh, I might be able to eventually, through a speculative investment in this, if I hold on to it long enough, it might gain value. It's layers. It's like an onion of gambling addiction.
Ungraded all the way up to 68. So it's gone up 5x on ungraded. So you can only imagine how many they sell. They sold one today at 378. That's what they're trying to give me a price from yesterday. Nah, I'm not taking that one. Somebody was lowballing. They did 520 just last week. So yeah, no, I'll be putting this one out.
So that means GameStop was giving him a bad offer. Is this supposed to be a good thing? I think it's based on an average, and presumably he's looking at the higher prices because that would be beneficial to him and his, quote, investment. But yes, unintentionally he is giving the impression that GameStop is ripping him off, which you'd think he wouldn't want to do since he is a GameStop shill.
Out there. I could put it on eBay for $600. That's what I can do.
And I doubt you'll sell it for that much, but I wish you luck.
Sell on eBay. Let's see what it tells me. Buy it now. $600. Okay.
He's not even going to do an auction. He expects people to pay Jesus.
It's going to be $528. A selling fee is $72? No way. That's going to be the case. What if I do $650?
That's how that works, right? You don't want to pay the fee, so all of a sudden people will pay more for the card, right? That's not how any of this works. The average price already has that fee baked into it, so all you're doing is trying to sell it for above market value. That's not gonna work. You're going up against people who have volume of cards that they can live. You can't do that. He's so bad at this.
Then I get $572.
They're not digital cards. These are real trading cards that you can have sent to your house. The slot machine is just digital.
You know, I'm not selling it. I'm not selling it. I'm going to hold it till next year. I'll hold it till next year, guys. I'm not selling that thing. No, I'm going to hold it till next year. Okay, anyway, back to the show. Sorry. No, it's not. Bro, if you know what I do for a living, I do this right here. I'm not selling that damn thing. I'm hanging on to it. That's a card that everybody wants, apparently.
R.I. Peril says, I've been selling stuff on eBay all month. The amount of collector's stuff with outrageous buy it now prices is overwhelming. Oh, it's bad in the Blu-ray space, too. I look at that stuff all the time for obvious reasons. The whole thing interests me. But yeah, some people are just delusional about the price they want for certain things. It's crazy. Like, I was able to get, So Gridman is a tokusatsu series, that's pretty good. They, did sort of a Power Rangers Super Sentai on it and made an American show called Super Samurai Cyber Squad. Volume 2 is pretty cheap to get. You can get this for like $30 on Amazon or something like that. It's expensive, but like it's out of print. It's cheap for being out of print. But the first volume is like $100 to $200 on eBay. Now, I was lucky and found a library copy that was being sold, so the case itself is pretty shit, and you can tell it was like in a library. It's got stickers and stuff on it. But, you know, I got the disc. I got the show for relatively cheap. But some people just, the amount they charge is crazy. And at the end of the day, I get it. If the demand's there, the demand's there. But I'm telling you, I'll see the same product posted for months and months and it never sells, even though the same person will repost it because they're trying to sell it for way more than anyone's willing to buy. But, you know, that is what it is.
That's what that tells me. Out of that set, it is the number 3 card out of that whole set. It's the number 3 card, and it's a PSA 10. No. Oh, no, there's other cards that are amazing. Holy shit. What is that?
Does he not understand that the 10, the scoring system is just like how damaged the card is? And once you get up into like the 9s and 10s, it's basically random how they grade them anyway, from what I've heard. But just because it's a 10 doesn't mean it's necessarily valuable.
A Raichu card? Oof. Bro, that whole...
Recently sold... Darkrai and Umbreon sold for $390, 298 Great British Pounds. So that's less than he was saying, and that sold 2 days ago. So yeah, seems like they gave him an average, but he's expecting to sell on the high end, more than the high end.
Set is fire. I'm sorry. I'm keeping these cards. You're crazy. Bro, that is wild. The Mewtwo out of that set is worth everything. 578 and going up. Yeah, the whole set's worth something, going crazy. So I just hang on to those.
Someday I want to do a Marantz video, but it's just going to be the most depressing thing ever. Like, both a Marantz video and a CC video would both be videos where I'm going to need a lot of emotional support, because that's going to be just diving into the depths of human despair.
That's what I'll do. There's a card in there worth $1,200, $1,400, $1,500. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill. The Psyduck Slowpoke card is worth $1,000. Oh my God. That's what, see, somebody wants these cards. Hey, guys, that's the year 2019.
Also, this is random, but I should be done getting clips and everything for the most part, or at least the main ones for the Cameron video, through the end of this weekend. And then next week, early in the week, I'm planning on doing the writing, getting the writing done next week, and then by the last week of the month, doing all the filming and editing, and then hopefully the first week of November should be the Cameron video. Just an update on that.
19?
Do co-working streams on Twitch when you're working on those videos? Maybe. I know I did a patron stream where we did one of those, but it might be fun to just do a general stream about it too.
I'll see you in 10 years when that card's worth...
Download the source content I need now. That's a good idea. It's actually a really good idea.
$2,000, $3,000. Yeah, I'll wait on it. I'm fine. I knew what I was doing when I was spinning.
I could do a pretty fire video on scalping and exploitation of hobbies. Red Letter Media did a pretty good video on that already when they talked about the VHS grading market, which is just a farce. So I think it's been done pretty thoroughly. I don't know if I'd have anything else to say about it that they hadn't already said.
I was going to play it all out. I ain't playing it out. I'm hanging on to it. All right, anyway. My Pikachu card went from 320 trade-in value to 580. There you go. Absolutely.
Okay. So that's Marantz. I think we're probably going to call it for today, because this has been a lot. It's been a lot. And I had other videos pulled, but... what about this guy? We'll watch this real quick. This is only like 4 minutes.
This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel, double check your notifications are on, and if you hit that like button, double check it's working properly, because you know these bad actors are working overtime, suppressing the channel, because they're terrified of all the fraud and corruption being exposed. Okay? Guys, listen. The GME warrants were supposed to be in people's accounts today. Okay? They were supposed to be in people's account. I saw them on my Robinhood account. I saw them in my other accounts. Fidelity did not give me my GME warrants.
Some of the brokers took a while to get the warrants put in people's accounts that I talked about earlier in the stream. So, of course, GameStop people immediately assumed it was part of a conspiracy to destroy their plans to wipe out short sellers.
Okay, I believe the warrants are going to cause a big problem for the GME naked shorters, because what I didn't know that I found out today is that the GME warrants have to be registered to be valid. Okay, they have to be registered to be valid. So there is a possibility, not saying that it will happen, because you got a lot of these brokers, a lot of these prime brokers who are going to act like they're registering the warrants, like the warrants are valid. But if they're not able to illegally register warrants or register counterfeit warrants, we're going to see a big upheaval in the market with GME. Okay? There's no doubt in my mind about that. Do I think it's possible for them to have FTDs on the warrants? Yes, they're going to have FTDs on the warrants. And you know what the SEC...
FTD is a failure to deliver, which basically means that they said they were going to give you something, but they didn't. This entire conspiracy is predicated upon, again, the fact that these people believe that there's a bunch of synthetic shares created by short sellers to create naked short sales that are illegal. There's no evidence of that, but it's the backbone of a lot of GameStop and meme stock beliefs.
She's going to do? Absolutely nothing. You know what the DOJ is going to do? Absolutely nothing. You know what the FBI is going to do? Absolutely nothing, because they are fully aware of all the counterfeit GME shares that are out there. They're fully aware of it, but because the ones committing the crimes are the 1%ers, and the victims of these crimes are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules, our regulatory agencies and our law enforcement agencies are going to sit on the sideline and do absolutely nothing, because they don't care.
As a proxy says, I assume there's a window of time companies have to deliver the warrants. I don't know in terms of a specific amount of time, but none of it's criminal. It's literally, at worst, a situation where you would call your broker and be like, hey, I was supposed to get warrants. Are those still coming? And like that, like, it's not a criminal matter. It's a customer service complaint at worst. But of course, they've decided it's crime.
If the 1%ers steal all our money. But here's the thing.
Did you just say if the 1%ers steal all our money? Oh, honey.
They can't register the counterfeit warrants or make those counterfeit warrants appear to be registered, we might see an upheaval in the market with GME. Every single day, we learn a little bit more about this market, okay? Every single day, we learn a little bit more, and that's what's good about what happened with AMC 5 years ago. Because had AMC and GME, if the buy button fiasco had not happened, I would not have learned all the things I've learned about the United States stock market. I would not...
Apparently, he never learned there's places to buy stock other than Robinhood.
...not be able to see the fraud and corruption when it happens. But Am I a different trader now than I was 5 years ago? Of course. I have a PhD in this. It was
He does not.
a little expensive, but I believe it was worth every penny because everything I've learned help in the stock market, it helps in crypto.
Harold Elberman says, class consciousness is always so close and yet so far, eh? See, I think the reason is because it's intellectually and emotionally devastating to recognize the reality of the human species and how effectively through all of human history there has been people oppressing people because they have power and wish to retain it, and the oppressed who are propagandized to or otherwise treated like shit and they just kind of deal with it. Like, it does not paint a very flattering image of human beings as a species, and I think people are resistant to that image because there's a certain amount of dignity and goodness that we tend to imbue into our own identity as a species. And I think often the historical material reality of that does not comport with our idea of ourselves. So we tend to ignore realities that cast our general systemic behaviors in an unflattering light. I don't know. I just say words.
And it's going to change the trajectory of everything I am doing. The bottom line is this. A lot of people are telling me they did not get their warrants, okay? A lot of people are telling me they did not get their warrants, and the reason I believe they didn't get their warrants is because GME didn't issue the warrants because they do not have real shares in their account. And right now, the bad actors are scrambling to figure out a way to credit people's accounts with counterfeit warrants. And if they can't do that, we're going to see a major problem. Probably end up exposing a lot of the naked shorters. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me, guys.
Again, it's been almost 5 years and we still have no evidence of naked shorting.
You guys get all your warrants in your account on the platform that you have your GME shares. Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.
Wow. All right. Let's see who we're going to raid. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out for another meme stock stream. I really appreciate you. Lots of fun, as always. I should be back tomorrow. It's possible I won't stream tomorrow, depending on how work goes, and if I decide I'd just rather work on the Cameron video tomorrow, I might do that, and just be back Friday. It just depends on how I feel, to be honest. So, we'll find out. Alright, who we raiding?
Distracted and walking away.
We'll raid Thanks Internet. Alrighty, have a good night, everyone. See you soon, and have a great night. What aspect of the Cameron video? Still just gathering clips. Trey has sent me some really great ones, so thank you, Trey, for finding those clips. But yeah, I'm going through all his arrest videos, and just getting all the key moments from those. And then I'm going to be working on some of his group videos where he's with his group and talking and kind of giving his spiel. So, all right, see you soon. Bye-bye.